The Oregon School Activities Association welcomes you to this broadcast of an OSAA U.S. Bank Les Schwab Tires State Championship event. U.S. Bank is proud to celebrate its 28th year of supporting OSAA state championships. Les Schwab Tires celebrating more than 55 years of pride in performance. Now enjoy the greatest sporting event around, a high school state championship.
When it comes to trucks, there are a lot of contenders to the throne out there, but only one brand that's sitting firmly on top of it, and that's Ford. Hi, John Kirkanick here from Newberg Ford, and we've got a great selection of F-Series trucks on hand and can show you why they've been number one in sales and number one in your hearts for 37 straight years. They're simply the best. And the best place to get one is from the experts at Newberg Ford. We know trucks, and we work harder for you.
High School Sports is brought to you by Davison Auto Parts in McMinnville. High school athletes strive to be the best they can be, and so does Davison Auto Parts. Davison Auto Parts, 1717 North Baker Street in McMinnville, takes pride in providing customers with the best quality parts and personal service. As a Napa Auto Parts dealer, Davison Auto Parts has fast access to an inventory of more than 400,000 parts. Davison Auto Parts, Baker Street, McMinnville, a trusted partner in keeping your vehicle safe on the road.
It started with 4 friends, 10 days, 1,200 miles, a long, lonely highway to nowhere.
And it looks like it ended with one pretty flat tire. Don't worry. Here at Schwab, we can get you fixed up and back on your road trip in no time, because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free flat repairs, pre-trip safety checks, and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
Mind blown.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Newberg Football on the Oregon Pulse Network. It's playoff time, and everybody is amped up and ready to go. Newberg, looking for their first playoff win in more than 10 years, traveled over to Canby to try and fight against a tough Canby Cougar team. The similarities in these two teams' season up till now are eerie, and we will get to that information after this short timeout.
High School Sports is brought to you by Davison Auto Parts in McMinnville. High school athletes strive to be the best they can be, and so does Davison Auto Parts. Davison Auto Parts, 1717 North Baker Street in McMinnville, takes pride in providing customers with the best quality parts and personal service. As a Napa Auto Parts dealer, Davison Auto Parts has fast access to an inventory of more than 400,000 parts. Davison Auto Parts, Baker Street, McMinnville, a trusted partner in keeping your vehicle safe on the road.
It started with 4 friends, 10 days, 1,200 miles, a long, lonely highway to nowhere.
And it looks like it ended with one pretty flat tire. But don't worry. Here at Les Schwab, we can get you fixed up and back on your road trip in no time, because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free flat repairs, pre-trip safety checks, and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
Mind blown.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're involved in a vehicle crash, you need to take your car or light truck to a repair center that will fix it right the first time. The philosophy of J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center in McMinnville is relax. We'll take it from here. Roger Fowler stands by his crew's reputation. J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center, 1100 Northeast Lafayette in McMinnville.
OSAA playoff action. The 2013 Fall State Championships brought to you by U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank has been a proud sponsor of the OSAA State Championship since 1984. Whether you're buying a car, consolidating bills, or paying for one of life's unexpected surprises, U.S. Bank has great rates on loans and lines of credit tailored to meet your needs. Stop in and see what U.S. Bank has to offer. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. See banker for details. Subject to normal credit approval, installment loans and lines of credit offered by U.S. National Association, ND, housing lender applies. We're going to have the national anthem here, and as soon as it's over, we'll be right back on OregonPulseNetwork.com.
There are times you simply need a friend, someone who will stop and listen to your needs. Macy & Sons have been serving families here since 1903, 5 generations of their family taking care of yours. Macy & Sons, in the business of helping people and meeting the individual needs of McMinnville area families, and will continue to do so in the future. So at the time when you need someone who cares, understands, and is there to help, Macy & Sons, serving 9 communities in Yamhill County.
It will be an arduous journey of epic proportions, venturing out into the great unknown, exposed to the rugged, unforgiving elements, struggling for survival when...
So, you're going car camping for the weekend. Here at Les Schwab, we can get you travel ready in no time. That's because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free pre-trip safety checks and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
I could hug you.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
When it comes to trucks, there are a lot of pretenders to the throne out there, but only one brand that's sitting firmly on top of it, and that's Ford. Hi, John Kirkanick here from Newberg Ford, and we've got a great selection of F-Series trucks on hand and can show you why. They've been number one in sales and number one in your hearts for 37 straight years. They're simply the best. Newberg Ford. We know trucks, and we work harder for you.
Welcome back to Newberg football on the OregonPulseNetwork.com. Real cool thing during the national anthem. First time I've ever seen it. Rockets, red glare. They actually blew off fireworks over there.
Fireworks over in the baseball field. It was kind of a nice touch. Gives the feeling of festivities to this playoff game. This is Curtis Fisher standing in beside my brother doing the commentary today. Should be a great game for high school football. I'd like to say hi to my mom and Chris, so I know are checking in on us right this moment.
Also, just got a special announcement from a Canby fan sitting next. They've supported us on. The young man sitting next to me said, you know what? Every time they score, the Canby sets off fireworks too. So I know he's going to want a lot of fireworks. We're not going to want a whole lot of fireworks.
I like the Rockets once in a while. I'll hear a boom once or twice today, but once or twice will be enough for me.
You are listening to Oregon OSAA football on the Oregon Pulse Network. OSAA playoff action brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. At Les Schwab Tires, they guarantee their service like they guarantee their tires. Back to more than 400 stores throughout the West. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952. And by the OSAA. Want the latest information on your favorite high school teams? Log in at osaa.org in the OSAA Score Center. The OSAA Score Center has schedules, scores, and official rankings for all member schools and all team sports. At osaa.org, you'll also find playoff brackets, broadcast schedule, and historical records. For more information, visit osaa.org. So let's talk a little bit about these two teams. I did mention they are eerily similar in their season. And what do I mean by that? Well, both teams didn't have to worry about the play-in round. Both teams have a very similar record. Both teams including two common opponents. Those common opponents are Tigard and Clackamas. Interestingly enough, Tigard kind of blew out both teams earlier in the season, but the other common opponent is Clackamas. What's common about that, Curtis?
Well, the interesting thing about Clackamas is both teams played them really tough to within a 1-point loss. Canby played them just in a very recent game. I think it was the last game they played, actually. Newberg played them very early, second game of the year, and we called that game. And we both made the comment that if it hadn't been for some significant mistakes made by the Newberg Tigers early in their season and with this young team, they actually had a great chance to knock off that top 10 team back in October.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned mistakes. It seems like for Newberg, it's been a tale of two halves of the season. The first half of the season, mistake, and a 1-3 record.
But that 1-3 record does include that 1-point loss we were just talking about to a top 10 team. So even though they were making mistakes, they were still able to move the ball, score some points, and stay competitive with the mistakes. And now that the season has flipped and they've eliminated some of those mistakes, they've done quite well the second half of the season.
And that flip we're talking about, Newberg in the last 5 games, 4-1, coming in on a super hot streak. And both coaches, as I talked to both coaches before this ball game, both of them mentioned how tight this ball game was, going to be super heavy on the run for both teams, and both coaches mentioned that exact same word, mistakes.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting if this game to see which team actually can avoid the big mistake, take care of the ball, convert on third downs, don't give up the big play, the common mistakes that we see some football teams make.
And we're about 5 minutes and 45 seconds away from kickoff. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with a little bit more pregame as well as the starting lineups. You're listening to Newberg Tigard football on OregonPulseNetwork.com.
High School Sports is brought to you by Davison Auto Parts in McMinnville. Best they can be, and so does Davison Auto Parts. Davison Auto Parts, 1717 North Baker Street in McMinnville, takes pride in providing customers with the best quality parts and personal service. As a Napa Auto Parts dealer, Davison Auto Parts has fast access to an inventory of more than 400,000 parts. Davison Auto Parts, Baker Street, McMinnville, a trusted partner in keeping your vehicle safe on the road.
It started with 4 friends, 10 days, 1,200 miles, a long, lonely highway to nowhere.
And it looks like it ended with one pretty flat tire. But don't worry, here at Les Schwab, we can get you fixed up and back on your road trip in no time. Because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free flat repairs, pre-trip safety checks, and more. Plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
Mind blown.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're involved in a vehicle crash, you need to take your car or light truck to a repair center that will fix it right the first time. The philosophy of J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center in McMinnville is relax. We'll take it from here. Roger Fowler stands by his crew's reputation. J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center, 1100 Northeast Lafayette in McMinnville. There are times you simply need a friend.
So, in a nutshell, don't boil the ocean, take a deeper dive, and check the bandwidth in your wheelhouse. Capiche?
U.S. Bank business bankers know that your business isn't a cliche. It's your livelihood. You need a banker who speaks your language with real solutions to help manage cash flow, payments, and growth.
The scenery only changes for the lead dog.
A U.S. Bank Business Quick Loan offers competitive rates for equipment, vehicles, and more to help your business grow. Stop by U.S. Bank for straight business talk that makes sense. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank. Loan subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. See banker or usbank.com for details. Member FDIC.
Someone who will stop and listen to your needs. Macy & Sons have been serving families here since 1903. 5 generations of their family taking care of yours. Macy & Sons, in the business of helping people and meeting the individual needs of McMinnville area families, and will continue to do so in the future. So at the time when you need someone who cares, understands, and is there to help, Macy & Sons, serving 9 communities in Yamhill County.
Welcome back to Canby High School, where the Newberg Tigers have traveled east down over to the Highway 99 East, where Canby is. We're from 99 West to 99 east side of I-5 here. About a 35-minute drive due east from Newberg. 3 minutes and 20 seconds until kickoff here. Very exciting for Newberg. First time they've been in the playoffs since 2008. Again, haven't won a playoff game in a decade. Let's talk about that for a second. We want to talk about where both teams are. I've mentioned they were very close records. Canby 4-5 on the season. Newberg 5-4 on the season. The big difference is 2 halves of the season for both teams. For Canby, the positive half came in the first, and the negative half have come in the last 4 games. Canby 1-3 in the last 4, trying to turn that around. Newberg on a hot streak, as we said, 4-1. The captain's coming out to the center of the field now. We will try to get the coin toss for you. As we're looking at the coin toss, let me get the starting lineups for you on offense. First, for the Canby Cougars, let's start with the big uglies. Alejandro Sandoval, Kyle Rademacher, Craig Robert, Colin Lemasters, and Nick Kraxberger are the line. And I tell you what, there is a size advantage for the Canby Cougars. Noticed that a little bit as we were watching pregame warm-ups. There's some big bodies in the inside for Canby. In the specialist positions for the Canby Cougars, who run a wing T, we have Trey Beltmore, wide receiver. A.J. Shatler is the tight end. Noah Kylo, a wide receiver. Austin Taylor starts at quarterback. Cole Thompson also at wide receiver. And Dominic Shorter, the starting running back for the Canby Cougars. For your Newberg Tigers, very common names we've played all season. We've mentioned all season. Luckily for Newberg, pretty healthy all season. Let's talk about the starters. First, inside, Alejandro Cisneros, Dakota Church, Dane Jensen, Jacob Hooker, and Bryce Schubert are the men inside. Matt McCarthy gets the start at fullback. The wings in the Tigers formation will be Andy Totfest and James Conrad. Jack Kerwin will start it, and Tyler DeLashman will be the wide receivers. And, of course, as he has all season, Grayson Oviatt will be the starting quarterback. Curtis, you noticed the coin toss.
Yeah, it looks like Canby won the toss. I know Canby elected to receive the ball, so Newberg's going to start this half on defense, see if they can get us an early stop and gain some momentum in this game defensively.
And defense has been a strength of the Newberg Tigers all season long. You know, the kids get amped up during the playoff time, the fans get amped up during playoff time, and so does this announcer get amped up during playoff time.
You're amped up all the time, Mr.
Well, that is true. So the Canby Cougars will be receiving, I'm trying to figure out, that would be the west end zone, will be the Canby Cougars. The Newberg Tigers will be kicking off from the right to the left. Back deep for Canby, number 20, I believe that's 20, Dominic Shorter has his toes at the 10-yard line. We're about 10 seconds away from OSAA first round playoff action. Want to thank you for joining us on the Oregon Pulse Network and KLYC, our sister station. 2 games out of Yamhill County for you. McMinnville game on the radio side, and the Newberg game here on the website. Thank you again for joining us. This is the voice of the Oregon Pulse Network, Troy Fisher, bringing you all the play-by-play with the best color man standing in the room today, or in the stands today, Curtis Fisher, and set to kick off are the Newberg Tigers.
You say that because I'm standing and the team beside us, their color guy's sitting, so you didn't put me with any competition, brother.
Well, and because I love you. Here's the whistle and the kick. This is Oviatt. Oviatt puts his foot into a kind of a pooch kick, fair catch made by Canby, the upmat, at the 40-yard line, and Canby will have it first down and 10 at their own 40. Interesting, I was talking to some fans earlier, and one of the struggles that Canby has had all season is in the return game. You think maybe if Newberg would notice that, they would kick this deep. First down and 10, Canby at their own 40.
Newberg's done that often in the games that we've called, to try that short little pooch kick. Hopefully one gets bobbled. It's almost like an in-the-air onside kick, but a fair catch in that situation is a nice, safe play by Canby.
Taylor under center in the I formation is Canby. Taylor barks out the signals. Hand off to the deep man in the I back. He's the 40, 45, 50. Big hole into the 45. Break the tackle. This is going to be 6, I believe, unless he can get caught. The 20, the 10, and Grug down at the 11-yard line. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. Oh, they call him down at the 10-yard line. Huge run by the, I believe, number 10, Cole Thompson was the deep man in the I back. And it's a huge gain. First down and 10 at the 11.
James Conrad ran him down at the 10-yard line to save the touchdown. Not the opening look we were going for.
As they break out, let's see, in the I-back formation, split back this time, handoff to the deep back around the right side, and he's decked in the back.
Ball is on the ground. That is a fumble.
Newberg recovered this ball. Let's see if they, and they are pointing Newberg's way. Great defensive stand after a huge run, and that last run was by Noah Kylo, by the way. And Kylo also coughed up this ball, and Newberg's going to take over. First down and 10 at the 15-yard line. Great comeback there by Newberg, forcing the turnover to not have that huge run come back to haunt them.
Yeah, exactly what Newberg needed after. All the momentum was Canby's way, and then they seized it right back with that early turnover.
First down and 10 on the 17 for Newberg. Oviatt under center. McCarthy in the backfield. Totfest and Conrad the wings. McCarthy under center, Oviatt under center. Man in motion is Totfest. Pitch out to the right end to Totfest. Totfest to the 15, to the 20. Bowls over tackler to the 25, 30-yard line, out of bounds near the 30. Great hard run by Totfest. Going to be a first down after a gain of 13. First down and 10, Newberg at the 30.
Yeah, he had the corner by himself, and then once he made the corner, he had one man to beat, and he didn't try juking him around him at all. He just actually ran right over the top of the Canby defender. Newberg is amped up at this point in time with that early turnover and that big run. Newberg's got all the momentum right this moment early in this game.
Huge fumble recover early for Newberg. Man to the near side is DeLashman, split way out to the near side. In motion is Conrad. Handoff up the middle, no fake to Conrad. Now late pitch to Conrad. Conrad has to wait for it at the 25, and he's going to get decked after a 5-yard loss. Great defensive push that time by Canby. And Oviatt kind of was going to get decked, pitch way late, and it's going to be a loss of 5.
Yeah, not only was the pitch late, but because he was about to be tackled, he couldn't step into the pitch and actually floated it up there. Quite lucky that Conrad was able to corral that ball. It could have been an easy fumble or actually an interception on the pitch. You want to put some zip on that ball when you're pitching at that distance.
Just under 11 minutes left to go. No score. Oviatt under center. McCarthy, the man in the backfield. McCarthy looks to pass out to the flare to DeLashman. DeLashman to the 30. Spins at the 35 to the 40-yard line. Close to a first down. Let's see where he stepped out of bounds. Going to mark him down at the 38-yard line. DeLashman, that was a quick wide receiver screen, and DeLashman had nobody on him and rumbled downfield for a nice gain of, we'll call it 13 or 14 yards. Brings up third down and short for Newberg.
Yeah, just stepped into the throw, then he danced the sidelines, kept his balance for about half of that yardage, just kind of tiptoeing down the sidelines was DeLashman.
Third down and 2 at their own 38, 10:42 left to go here in the first. Oviatt under center. Man in the backfield is McCarthy. Wings are Topfest and Conrad. Conrad comes in motion. Hands off on the counter to Topfest, and Topfest is back at the line of scrimmage. Doesn't have it. Gains 1. Decision time for Newberg. Fourth down and a short 1 at the 39. Going out. This is going to be a tough decision for Coach T.J. Tomlin.
Yeah, in their own territory, it's hard to say. It looks like they're lining up to punt. They have a 1 yard to gain. If this was another 10 or 15 yards down the field, I think they would be going for it. As it is, it looks like they're trying to flip the field. It's a great hard hit by A.J. Schlater on that tackle.
Tried the counter, did Topfest, couldn't get it. Back deep is the punter. Let me get a number. It's not Oviatt. Let's get a number.
It's DeLashman.
DeLashman here puts his boot into it at the
great
30.
kick.
End over ender. Fair catch inside the 20. Way to flip the field for the Newberg Tigers, and it's going to be first down and 10. Canby inside their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, in hindsight, it's easy to say they made the right choice. At this point in time, it looks like the right choice. Now the defense obviously can't afford to give up another big play on this run. Let's see if the defense can maintain the momentum that Newberg has at this point in time in the game.
Talk about almost a true flip of the field. Newberg started with their drive at the 17. Canby starts with their drive at the 17.
Yeah, so it's about as flipped as you can get.
So here comes Canby out of the huddle. Austin Taylor, the 6 foot senior under center. Taylor looks over, gets the snap, hands off to the running back. Kept it, fake to the running back and goes around the right-hand side, and Taylor has a huge gain, and a flag comes late. I believe that's going to be a block in the back, so let's see what we have on this penalty. Taylor has the ball all the way outside the 35, flag sitting at the 30, and the officials are pointing Canby's way.
It's a 15-yard run that we'll see what ends up after the penalty is marked off. But
block in the back against Canby, so that'll back it up 10 from the 36. Should be on the 26, which would make it first down and 1, perhaps. Let's see where they end
keep
up.
Going.
It's a first down and 7 for Canby as the block in the back happened downfield. So first down and 7 for Canby at their own 20. Under center is Taylor. I-backs, hand off to the deep man in the backfield around the left-hand side. He gets bundled up there, but pushes the pile forward for a gain of about 3, maybe 4. Going to mark it at the 24-yard line. That was
20.
Number
Dominic
20,
Shorter.
Shorter up the middle. And that's going to bring up a second down and short from the run from Shorter. Second down and about 1.5.
So second and short, it could be a throwing down, but it sounds like that Canby's going to run about 80 or 90% of the plays tonight.
When I talked to the coaching staff for Canby, they said, we're about 70-30. Then I went over and talked to the coaching staff for Newberg, and they laughed and said, try 90-10. So under center is Taylor. Shorter, the deep man in the backfield. Hand off to Shorter. Shorter goes around the left end and is going to have a first down out to the 30 over the left hash. First down and 10 Canby. Ball placed right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, a nice 5-yard pickup for Shorter. Looked a little bit like Stanford last night. Needed 2, got 5. That was 13 plays in a row for Stanford on third down.
You're killing me. 8:50 left to go in the first. No score early here from Canby High School. Taylor brings them out of the shotgun. Brings them out. 2 backs in the backfield. Split backs this time. Shorter, the deeper of the 2. Taylor, snap back, pitch out to Shorter around the near side. Gets a block out on the edge. Cuts back inside to the 40. Breaks it out to the 45 and down near the 48. First down after a gain of about 17 yards for Shorter. Shorter strung it out, then cut back to the center of the field. Nice effort there by Shorter on that game.
Yeah, Newberg had it strung out exactly like you're supposed to do, but they left an alley open on the backside so Shorter could cut it back up, and there was nobody there to staying home to cover their lanes.
I formation, Shorter the deep man in the backfield. Taylor barks out the signals. Hands off on the fly sweep this time to the wingman. Wingman number 43 cuts around the middle, and that is Braxton Ennis. Ennis lined up in the tight end formation and faked it to Shorter and handed off to Ennis inside for a gain of 6. Brings up 2nd down and 4 inside Newberg territory for the Canby Cougars.
Yeah, and you mentioned something at the beginning of the game that the tough part of this offense is knowing who has the ball, and at this point in time, that's a tough thing that Newberg's having to deal with.
Shorter in the deep back in the backfield, hands off to Shorter around the left-hand side, and Shorter has a huge blocker and cuts it to the 30. He's to the 25, the 20, Shorter on his horse to the 10. Touchdown, Canby. Nice run by Shorter that time of 46 yards for Shorter. And Shorter, it was almost as if there was no defenders there. The big offensive line of Canby cleared out the whole right-hand side, and the pulling guard led Shorter all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, he virtually went untouched when he ran on the corner. He was getting run down from behind by a very speedy Connor Powell. Connor just ran out of field, made a diving tackle attempt at the 6-yard line. Shorter stepped out of it for the touchdown.
And here's Canby on for the extra point. And the holder, here's the snap. Kick is up and good. So with 7:36 left to go here in the first, Canby takes an early lead, 7-6 over your Newberg Tigers. We'll be back after this short timeout.
It will be an arduous journey of epic proportions, venturing out into the great unknown, exposed to the rugged, unforgiving elements, struggling for survival when...
So, you're going car camping for the weekend. Here at Les Schwab, we can get you travel ready in no time. That's because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free pre-trip safety checks and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
I could hug you.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
When it comes to trucks, there are a lot of pretenders to the throne out there, but only one brand that's sitting firmly on top of it, and that's Ford. Hi, John Kirkanick here from Newberg Ford, and we've got a great selection of F-Series trucks on hand and can show you why. They've been #1 in sales and #1 in your hearts for 37 straight years. They're simply the best. And the best place to get one is from the experts at Newberg Ford. We know trucks, and we work harder for you.
Welcome back to Canby High School. That last drive, 6 plays, 84 yards, a 46-yard touchdown run for Shorter. And Conrad bobbles the kickoff at the 1. Now he's to the 5, cuts back to the 10, gets it outside and rolls down to the 14. I tell you what, could have been disaster for Newberg on that return. Lucky that Conrad was able to pick it up. Let me finish that thought on the scoring drive. The 46-yard touchdown run by Shorter. The extra point was good. Brought that score to Canby 7 and Newberg 0 with 7:30 left to go here in the first quarter.
Well, so much for the really early momentum for Newberg. At this point in time, obviously Canby is bouncing on their toes after that 470 how many yards? 84-yard touchdown drive. So let's see how Newberg answers that drive.
And so far for Canby, 2 big running plays that have really done a lot of damage. Newberg's going to have to fix that on defense. And here's, I missed the play, handoff. I missed the play on this one, was looking down.
McCarthy up the middle is the up bat.
McCarthy on the middle, the fullback gained of about, gain of 2 for McCarthy. Brings up 2nd down and 8. Ball at the 16-yard line, just under 7 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Oviatt breaks the huddle. McCarthy in the center, no 2 wings this time, 3 receivers split to the right-hand side, and we're going to have a false start as number 75, Evan Smith, the offensive lineman for Newberg, thought that count was on 1, everybody else thought it was on 2.
Yeah, the interesting thing is Canby didn't really jump even when he did, and he ended up 5 yards across the line of scrimmage with nobody else moving.
So that's going to be a free 5 yards for the Cougars. Cougars in their gold jerseys with the blue pants. Newberg with their white road uniforms and the blue pants as well. Both of these teams, blue and gold, are their colors. Interesting fact, both of these teams as well, this is a preview of next year's league because both of these teams will be in the Three Rivers next year. Oviatt under center, McCarthy in the backfield. Three receivers right-hand side, handoff up the middle, fake the hand up the middle, play action. Oviatt gets the ball batted as he thrown and incomplete, and there's going to be a flag down late in the backfield. Unsure what that was. I think Oviatt was hit as he threw that ball, fluttered out to the flat, almost intercepted, fell incomplete, however. Let's see what the flag is.
Interesting that Newberg has given up on their ineligible man downfield. Newberg's given up on their, I don't want to say given up, they've come out with a different game plan than we normally see from them, going to the 3 wide receiver set, throwing the ball.
Well, and TJ Tommel, well, the coaching staff for Newberg at least, mentioned that to me at pregame, there were going to be some wrinkles that they were working on for the bye week. I wonder if those are the wrinkles, and if they are, maybe we should get out the iron.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that we haven't seen any of that, any of those sets as a consistent play or a consistent lineup for Newberg this whole season.
So that penalty to ineligible man downfield was declined. Incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 13 at the 11. Oviatt handoff up the middle to McCarthy, and McCarthy is stoned after a short gain. McCarthy's helmet came flying off there late, and it's going to bring up 4th down and a lot deep in their own territory. Newberg will come on to punt for the 2nd time tonight.
Yeah, the only running back is the fullback is McCarthy. 4 wide receiver set, handed off to the man for a 4-yard gain. So 4th and 10 brings up an obvious punting situation here.
Lead 7-0 over your Newberg Tigers. DeLashman back to punt, has his heels at the 1. DeLashman gets his foot into it again, a high boomer. This time though off the side of his foot, bounces on the right-hand side and bounces out of bounds. Still in Newberg territory, inside the 40 at the 38. So Canby, if it wasn't bad enough, they're leading 7-0 and have had a couple of big plays. Take over 1st down and 10 inside Newberg territory.
Yeah, Newberg needs to come up with a strong defensive stand here and not let this game get away from them early. We'll see what they can dial up on defense and prevent those big running plays that we have seen Canby take advantage of a couple of big wide open holes for some big gains so far.
As the offensive line for Canby has just cleaned out the defensive line for Newberg early in this ball game.
Handoff to the up back.
We'll get a name, and he's got a huge hole over the left-hand side. He's to the 20, breaks a tackle at the 10, the 5, and drugged down at the 2. We'll get a number for you.
Kelton Boykin, number 34.
Boykin, the up back, has a huge run. 1st down and goal, Canby. And again, big plays for Canby, the story here early in this ballgame. 5:34 left to go in the 1st. Canby with it 1st down and goal at the 2. The scoreboard says 1st down and goal at the 1. It is definitely at the 2, however. And we have a Canby player down, and the training staff is coming on. So as the training staff looks towards the health of the Canby player, we'll be back after this short timeout.
High school sports is brought to you by Davison Auto Parts in McMinnville. High school athletes strive to be the best they can be, and so does Davison Auto Parts. Davison Auto Parts, 1717 North Baker Street in McMinnville, takes pride in providing customers with the best quality parts and personal service. Napa Auto Parts dealer, Davison Auto Parts has fast access to an inventory of more than 400,000 parts. Davison Auto Parts, Baker Street, McMinnville, a trusted partner in keeping your vehicle safe on the road.
Welcome back to Canby High School, where Boykin, the person who ran that ball, is kind of hobbling off a lower leg injury of some kind. 5:34 left to go here in the 1st quarter. Canby leads 7-0 and knocking at the door. 1st down and goal at the 2.
Yeah, Boykin's limping off the field, but he has no assistance. He is limping under his own power to the sidelines.
Taylor under center, Shorter the deep back in the eye. Taylor barks out the signals, trying to draw offsides, hands off to Shorter. Shorter stuffed in the backfield, and finally some push by the Newberg defense. Great defensive pressure No gain for Shorter brings up second down and goal from the 2.
Yeah, that time Shorter tried getting behind one of his big linemen, but the defense had some surge to hold him to a 1-yard gain.
Just over 5 minutes left to go here in the first. Canby looking to double their lead from 7 to 14. Taylor under center, Shorter the deep man in the eye, one receiver to the far side, tight end to the far side. Hand off to Shorter, and Shorter bowls over the goal line for the touchdown. So Shorter with a 2-yard touchdown to add to his 46-yard touchdown earlier brings the score to 13-0 Canby with 4:51 left to go here in the first and the extra point oncoming. So Shorter with 2 touchdown runs in the first quarter. Canby lines up for the extra point. Snap, the kick is up and good. 4:51 left to go in the first. Canby 14, Newberg 0. We'll be back after this short timeout.
It started with 4 friends, 10 days, 1,200 miles, a long, lonely highway to nowhere.
And it looks like it ended with one pretty flat tire. But don't worry. Here at Les Schwab, we can get you fixed up and back on your road trip in no time, because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free flat repairs, pre-trip safety checks, and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
Mind blown.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're involved in a vehicle crash, you need to take your car or light truck to a repair center that will fix it right the first time. The philosophy of J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center in McMinnville is relax. We'll take it from here. Roger Fowler stands by his crew's reputation. J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center, 1100 Northeast Lafayette in McMinnville.
Welcome back to Canby High School. We talked about mistakes being the key. That's not what's happening here. Newberg just getting blown out on the line. And that last drive, a 3-play, 38-yard drive, took 53 seconds off the clock, culminated in a 1-yard touchdown run by Shorter, brought the score to 14-0 Canby. And Newberg needs to do something this drive.
Yeah, the story of this game.
Onside kick for Canby. Let's see, I believe that ball is loose. There's a scrum. One of the Canby players is saying they have it, and a huge play this would be. No officials, and Canby comes away with this ball.
Wow, what a surprise play that was.
Huge surprise. Saw one of the big men up in the middle, thought they'd just pooch it right to him. Ball was loose, and Canby recovers the onside kick, and they want to make a statement and put this out of reach early.
Yeah, obviously if they can demoralize Newberg at this point in time in the game, it'll be really tough for Newberg to mount any sort of comeback. Hopefully Newberg can buck up and stay tough here and prevent another big run. Story of the game so far are the big runs by Canby. They have a run of 50, a run of 46, and a run of 36 so far for the night.
So under center now comes out the Canby Cougars, Austin Taylor. Shorter the lone back in the backfield. Taylor is going to put the ball in the air for the first time, goes deep down the right-hand sideline, just off the outstretched fingertips of number 5, Noah Kylo. And I tell you what, he was open. If it would have been floated just a little bit higher, Kylo would have had a first down and goal. Lucky for the Newberg Tigers, just off his fingertips, second down and 10.
Yeah, great effort by the young man. If, like you said, if that ball had just a smidge more air, just a smidge shorter, would have been able to run under it, having a step on the Newberg defender.
And I believe that was Conrad out on the corner who was just beat by a step. Conrad fixes his shoulder pads, and we're ready to go. Under center is Taylor. Shorter, and I believe that's Kylo in the backfield. Pitch out to Shorter around the left-hand side, and he's going to get snowed under after a gain of about 3, maybe 4. Hey, we'll take a 3 or a 4-yard gain from Shorter in that case, bringing up third down and about 6 for Canby.
Yeah, this is the first situation that Canby's had for the night that's been third and manageable still, but for what they've had for the night, this would be considered third and long.
And Newberg has not shown that they can stop Canby at all. The only thing that stopped Canby on that first drive was a fumble. Newberg needs to muscle up here. Under center is Taylor. Shorter the man in the backfield. Taylor hands off to Shorter on the counter, and Shorter's going to get stuffed in the backfield for a loss of 1, maybe 2. Great defensive penetration for the Newberg Tigers, and boy, did they need a stop, and they got one.
Yeah, they needed that stop, but I'm not so sure that with Canby's aggressive nature that they're not going to go for it being in Newberg territory.
On the plus side of the field at the 41, 4th down and a 8 yards to go, and this. Good decision here as far as I'm concerned to go for this play.
Well, if they're going to risk the onside kick, then what do they have to lose at this point in time? They're willing to give the ball up here a minute and a half ago, so might as well go for it.
Taylor in the shotgun this time, kind of a read option look. 3 receivers to the near side. Taylor barks up the
over his
head, bounces at the 50, and Taylor's going to get decked into Newberg territory, and Newberg's going to take over on downs on the mistake by Canby, and all that is keeping Newberg in this game right now is a couple of mistakes by Canby.
Yep.
1st down and 10.
That doesn't go down on the stats as a lost fumble, but in effect that's what it was. High snap over his head. By the time he recovered the ball, he had a slew of Canby defenders on top of him. Canby taking the ball over actually inside, or Newberg taking the ball over inside of Canby territory at the 49-yard line.
And that's a huge difference because Newberg's 2 drives before, one started at the 17, one started at the 16. Let's see what they can do with this great field position. Oviatt under center. In the wing, in the backfield is McCarthy. Conrad hands off, fakes the handoff, and on the option, gets snowed under in the backfield, does Oviatt. Fake the handoff to McCarthy up the middle, was going to pitch it out to Conrad, but the Canby Cougars gave him no time to get that done.
It was a wise choice, eating that ball and going for the 2-yard loss instead of the potential turnover.
Good decision by Oviatt there. Brings up 2nd down and 12. Ball back out of the plus side of the territory for Newberg. 2:42 left to go here in the first. Newberg trails 14-0. Oviatt breaks the huddle under center. McCarthy in the backfield. Conrad pitched late to Topfest around the right-hand side. That was kind of a funky play. Topfest came from the left wing, comes the counter action reverse there. Topfest has the ball back inside Canby territory at the 40-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and short. 3rd down and less than 1 for Newberg. Would be their first down of the ball game, I believe, for Newberg. 2nd first down of the ball game for Newberg.
It was an interesting play that time because it was a counter like you said, but the quarterback took a step with the team one direction and then flipped back the other way.
Topfest in motion, handoff to McCarthy. McCarthy's going to have the first down at the 39, call it the 38.5-yard line. Oh, and McCarthy came out late and was 10 yards behind everybody because he had heard no whistle, but they did rule him down after a gain of 1, maybe 2. 1st down and 10, Newberg at the 39-yard line.
So Newberg putting a little bit of a drive together. Let's see if they can keep it rolling and cut this lead in half.
Huge offensive possession here for Newberg as they have spotted the Canby Cougars a 14-point lead here early in the first quarter.
It's nice to see them stepping up and not giving up this early in the game with that quick deficit.
Absolutely. Oviatt under center. McCarthy in the backfield. Topfest and Conrad. Conrad in motion near side. Handoff up the middle to McCarthy. McCarthy breaks through a short hole, small hole, and powers forward for a gain of 4. Tell you what, McCarthy's not getting any easy yards up the middle. It'll be interesting to see. One person we haven't seen yet is Garrison Harden, the 5'10" junior. He's been tearing it up from that fullback position. Oh, quick snap. And pitch out late to Conrad. Conrad to the 35, the 30, inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. 1st down and 10. I tell you what, in the hurry up that time was Newberg. I was busy talking about Harden, and Newberg was busy snapping the ball. 1st down and 10, and they're in the hurry up again. 6th play of this drive coming. Oviatt brings them to the line of scrimmage.
This could be one of those wrinkles we were looking for. We have not seen this from Newberg all year.
Topfest in motion. Handoff up the middle of McCarthy. No, pitch back late to Topfest. Ball's on the ground, and Topfest falls on it, luckily. Oviatt got decked at the line, about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Pitched late, and Oviatt a little hitch in his get-along as he climbs off the ground. Luckily, Topfest fell on it for a loss of 4. Will bring up 2nd down and 14. And again, quickly to the line of scrimmage. Conrad in motion, counter to Topfest. Topfest over the right edge and gets folded under after a gain of about 2, maybe 3. That will bring up 2nd down and 11. And again, Newberg not messing around. They are coming right to the line of scrimmage. Under a minute left to go here in the first quarter. Oviatt looks over the defense, third and 11. In motion is Topfest. Oviatt back to pass, looks over the right-hand side, flare out to DeLashman. DeLashman cuts back to the inside, spin move at the 10. He's going to have a first down inside the...
Fumble.
Oh, ball's on the ground. And it is Canby ball, doggone it.
It looked exactly like the play last night when the Stanford player stripped... Who'd he strip?
Are you going to make me cry? Is that what you're trying to do?
Who did he strip?
He stripped DeAnthony Thomas.
Yeah, and it looked exactly the same. Swinging the arm over the top, knocking the ball free after a great run by DeLashman.
First down and 10, Canby at their own 11-yard line. DeLashman would have had the first down. You make your own opportunities, and Canby made one there as the late strip came. Nice play by the Canby defense, ripping the heart out of the Newberg Tigers. But, you know, these boys are nothing but hard, and I'm sure that it'll still be beaten on defense here. 33.6 seconds left to go here in the first. Canby 14, Newberg 0. Under center is Taylor. Taylor, handoff, and a huge hole on the left-hand side. On his horse is Shorter. Shorter's going to get drugged down, but not until he's all the way inside Newberg territory at the 49-yard line. And we talked about it earlier, big runs, and that's another run of more than 30 yards.
Yeah, Noah Kylo was actually put in for Shorter on that play for a gain of 41. So we have a new running back. That's 6 ball carriers for Canby tonight, and 4 of them have gotten gains of over 30 yards.
Under center is this quarterback, Taylor. Kylo, deep man in the backfield. Hand off to Kylo. Kylo on the counter over the left-hand side, and is going to have a gain of about 3, maybe 4. And it'll bring up second down and 7. And these big running plays have got to just be killing the Newberg coaching staff.
Yeah, and demoralizing the Newberg defenders at some level. It's nice to see him step up, and we're going to wind down the quarter now.
So after 1, your Newberg Tigers trail the Canby Cougars by a score of 14-0. We'll be back after this short timeout.
There are times you simply need a friend and listen to your needs. Macy & Sons have been serving families here since 1903. 5 generations of their family taking care of yours. Macy & Sons, in the business of helping people and meeting the individual needs of McMinnville area families, and will continue to do so in the future. So at the time when you need someone who cares, understands, and is there to help, Macy & Sons, serving 9 communities in Yamhill County.
It will be an arduous journey of epic proportions, venturing out into the great unknown, exposed to the rugged, unforgiving elements, struggling for survival when...
So, you're going car camping for the weekend. Here at Les Schwab, we can get you travel ready in no time. That's because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free pre-trip safety checks and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
I could hug you.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back to Canby High School. Start of the second quarter, Canby 14, Newberg 0. Canby second down and 6 at the Newberg 46. Taylor under center. Man in the backfield is number 5. Pitch out to Kylo. Kylo around the right-hand side. He's going to have no gain. And Kylo gets stoned by the Newberg Tiger defense. Brings up third down and... they say 6 on the board. I'm going to say third down and 7. Pretty generous 6 yards. Third down and 7 for Canby inside Newberg territory. Canby breaks the huddle. Taylor under center. 2 backs in the backfield. I believe that's Kylo, the main runner. Taylor hands off, fakes the handoff to Kylo, rolls left-hand side. Now he has a lane to run in and is going to get stuck late. I thought the Canby quarterback was going to have a nice lane, but great defense there late, and the Canby Cougars are going to beat punt for the first time.
Nice that they held him to a punt. At this point in time, he had a receiver. Trevin Stevens had 6 yards on the nearest defender. I don't know if the quarterback didn't see him or wasn't in position to be able to throw that ball.
Good pressure for Newberg, maybe force that run. Back deep to punt is the Canby Cougars. DeLashman and Topfest back deep. Here's the punt away, and it's going to be caught, bobbled,
and oh, luckily I think that went out of bounds. They got to call that out of bounds. No, they're calling it out. They're pointing Newberg's way. The Canby coaches don't like it, but I believe what happened there is that ball.
Oh, they changed it.
Come on. I want a replay. I think that ball went out of bounds, but that was kind of a strange play by number 34, Garrison Harden. Was it Harden back? 14, thank you. 14, Connor Powell. Powell kind of almost fair caught it and then bobbled it all the way, came near the near sideline. I thought it went out of bounds, but it was blocked. We were blocked off by the Canby bench. Doesn't matter what I thought. Second turnover of the ball game for Newberg. First down and 10, Canby.
Interesting that the official that was right there on top of the play made the call for Newberg.
Yeah, I think he just pointed the wrong way is what I think he did. I think he was pretty definitive about which way he pointed, and I think that he just accidentally pointed the wrong direction.
So on first down, quarterback sneak for Austin Taylor for a yard.
Brings up second down and 9. This drive starting at the 26-yard line. Go here. Up the middle. I believe that's a quarterback keeper again by number 9, Austin Taylor. Taylor gains near the 14. That's going to be third down and very short for Canby. Big stop here for Newberg.
They just had their big stop.
Yeah, that's true. Austin Taylor under center, shorter the man in the backfield, hands off to the up back, and he's going to have a first down, I believe. Yeah, they're going to. He needed 6 inches. He got 12. First down and 10 Canby at the 15.
That was number 10 Thompson in on that 1-yard run, picking up the first down into the red zone now for Canby.
9:35 left to go in the half. Canby leads 14-0 over your Newberg Tigers. The story of this ball game, big run plays and now a couple of mistakes by Newberg have put the Tigers in a very difficult position. Taylor under center, shorter the deep man in the backfield. Taylor hands off to the up back. No, fakes the handoff and keeps it and spins out of the tackle in the backfield, and he's going to have all the way down to the 2-yard line. Call it the 1. Should have been dead to rights for a 3-yard sack, but the strength of his legs spun out of the Newberg tacklers and rolled down inside the 1. First down and goal Canby. Thought the quarterback, number 9, Austin Taylor, was going to get sacked back at about the 13 or 14-yard line. Managed to power through the arm tackle of the Newberg Tigers to bring up first down and goal at the 1. Austin Taylor, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. I expect a quarterback sneak here.
Taylor under center, hands off to Shorter. Shorter takes a cut in the backfield and pushes forward. They're going to call him down inside the 1. Nice defensive push there for Newberg to keep Shorter out of the end zone. Second down and goal.
Rather than Shorter following the play and his blockers that time, he tried cutting back on his own, and Newberg was there to stone him at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
8:38 left to go here in the half. Canby leads 14-0, looking to put him up by 21. Taylor under center, Shorter the deep man in the I formation. Taylor hands off to the deep man, Shorter. Shorter falls over the end zone for his second 1-yard touchdown of the ball game. So 3 running touchdowns for Shorter in the first half have dug a hole for the Newberg Tigers. 8:22 left to go here in the half, and Newberg's down 3 scores.
Testing their resiliency and ability to bounce back. They had some momentum swings for Canby 2 or 3 times in this game and responded well each time, just ending drives on mistakes. So hopefully they can pick up some momentum and put some points on the board before halftime.
And the extra point is good, so with 8:22 left to go in the half, Canby 21, Newberg 0. We'll be back after this short timeout.
When it comes to trucks, there are a lot of pretenders to the throne out there, but only one brand that's sitting firmly on top of it, and that's Ford. Hi, John Kirkanik here from Newberg Ford, and we've got a great selection of F-Series trucks on hand and can show you why. They've been ¡1 in sales and #1 in your hearts for 37 straight years. They're simply the best. And the best place to get one is from the experts at Newberg Ford. We know trucks, and we work harder for you.
High school sports is brought to you by Davison Auto Parts in McMinnville. High school athletes strive to be the best they can be, and so does Davison Auto Parts. Davison Auto Parts, 1717 North Baker Street in McMinnville, takes pride in providing customers with the best quality parts and personal service. As a Napa Auto Parts dealer, Davison Auto Parts has fast access to an inventory of more than 4.
Sorry to cut that Davison Auto Parts commercial short. We will make sure we get back to them. Thank you, Davison, for being our one of our sponsors. That play, 5 plays, 26 yards, a 1-yard touchdown run for Shorter, brings it to 21-0, and I hope Newberg's paying attention for the onside kick here.
Yeah, that would be quite a shock to do it twice in a row, but they sure better be ready.
Because there's still a big gap in the center of the field with the 2 big men, and now they're closing that gap just a little bit. Coach T.J. Tomlin sees that. Here's the run up to the kick, and this one is deep end over end and finds a hole, bounces at the 15-yard line, and dives there. And I believe Canby has it. I believe Canby has this ball inside the 10. Let's see. No. Yes, they do. I tell you what, that's just lackadaisical on the return man. Instead of falling on the ball, the deep man, that ball died at the 11-yard line. And rather than dive on the ball, the Newberg Tiger returner tried to pick it up, had it knocked out of his hands.
I don't even think he was trying to pick it up. I think he was treating it as a punt, and the ball was dead. The Canby player was running down, and Totfest just had a momentary brain lapse there, forgetting it was a kickoff, treating it like a punt, thinking the ball was rolling dead. At the last minute, he realized the mistake, and he reached for it. At that point in time, it was too late.
And it is 1st down and 10. Canby deep inside Newberg territory at the 12. And off to number 5 around the right-hand side. Breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, does Kylo. And Kylo goes around the right end for a gain of 2. That will bring up 2nd down and 8 for Canby. And Newberg cannot afford to go down 4 scores here early in this ballgame.
Yeah, at this point in time, it's tough to stop him. That was slightly more effective than an onside kick as far as field position is concerned.
Just a tad. Second down and 7 from the 9.5-yard line. Under center is Taylor. Deep man in the backfield is Kylo. Taylor barks out the signals, hands to Kylo over the left end. Kylo has a corner and gets drugged down. Nice closing speed that time by the cornerback, number 1, Conrad. I stop Kylo for what I thought was going to be a nice gain over the left end for a gain of about 1. 3rd down and 7 for Canby. Ball just inside the 10. Call that no gain for Kylo. Nice closing speed by Conrad on the corner. Taylor under center. Deep man in the backfield is Kylo. Taylor barks out the signals. Counter to number 43, and it's going to be down inside the 5, close to a 1st down. That was a run by Jace Cates. Is that the first time we've called Jace Cates' name?
I thought it was 43 Ennis, wasn't it?
43 is Cates, isn't it?
Okay.
44 is Ennis. 43 is Cates, and that is a 4th down and 1 for Canby. Ball at the 3-yard line. Canby going to be going for this 1st down. It was 43 Jace Cates coming from the tight end on the counter play. Under center is Taylor. Man in the backfield is Kylo. Taylor barks out the signal, hand to Kylo. Kylo going to be close. Don't know what's going to, depends on a mark.
Held him.
And the clock is stopped. Let's see where they mark this.
No gain.
And you're predicting no gain. This is an early time. And you're right. It is going to be a turnover on downs. Newberg, they really needed this stop. They're going to take over 1st down and 10 at their own 3-yard line. You write those. If you're right, you can write them down every single time.
I was. What can I say? I saw the play. I don't see very often, but I saw that one.
1st down and 10. Newberg deep in their own territory. Newberg averting what could have been a huge nail in one of their coffins early. You hate to say that in the first quarter, in the first half, but down 28 would have been a tough row to hoe. Under center is Oviatt. Oviatt barks out the signals. Man in motion is Totfest. Oviatt up the middle to McCarthy, and McCarthy gets nothing up the middle as everybody in the stadium seemed to know that one was coming. McCarthy's going to have no gain. Let's see where they mark it. Maybe 1. No gain for McCarthy. 2nd down and 10 for the Newberg Tigers. And in the hurry up again is Newberg.
In the hurry up and changing personnel, something you don't see very often.
Oviatt under center. Barks out the signals, hand up to McCarthy.
Kept it.
No, kept it instead, and he's going to have a 2-yard loss. Call it a 1-yard loss. He faked the handoff to McCarthy, came around the right end. Great penetration that time by Canby for a loss of 1. Will bring up 3rd down and 11. And ball coming on, and a timeout called here. Let's see who wants this timeout. It is Coach TJ Tomlin wants to talk about it. 3rd down and 11, 4:56 left to go in the half, trailing by 21. We'll be back after the short timeout.
High School Sports is brought to you by Davison Auto Parts in McMinnville. High school athletes strive to be the best they can be, and so does Davison Auto Parts. Davison Auto Parts, 1717 North Baker Street in McMinnville, takes pride in providing customers with the best quality parts and personal service. As a Napa Auto Parts dealer, Davison Auto Parts has fast access to an inventory of more than 400,000 parts. Davison Auto Parts, Baker Street, McMinnville, a trusted partner in keeping your vehicle safe on the road.
Welcome back to Canby High School. Certainly not the start the Newberg team or fans or this announcer was hoping for. Big plays, the story for the Canby offense. Huge chunks of yardage on runs on the on this ball game. Spotted the Canby Cougars a blackjack to start this ball game, 21-0. Newberg breaks the huddle from the timeout. 3rd down and 11, deep inside their own territory. Looking for something positive is Oviatt and the crew. Oviatt under center. No motion. Oviatt barks out the signals. Play action pass. Oviatt keeper. Kind of hard to see.
It was a wraparound draw play, like he ran behind the fullback and then stuck the ball in his belly.
And whatever it was good for a gain of about 2 out to the 5-yard line. Brings up a fumble?
Didn't see it.
They pointed to the Cougars, so there's another fumble inside the 5 this time. And, you know, now you can really start to talk about the who's making the most mistakes issue. 1st down and 10 Canby, or 1st down and goal Canby at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, that's the hole that Newberg is digging for themselves would be impossible for any team to dig out of at this point in time.
Under center again is Taylor. Split backs, handoff. No, Taylor the keeper around the left end. He's going to dance into the end zone. Untouched. Touchdown Taylor. What is it, a 4-yard touchdown run for Taylor on the first play after the turnover. 27-0 Canby. And I can tell you what, there's not one coach on either side who, talking in pregame, could have predicted this start to this ball game.
Yeah, not quite the tight game everybody was looking for.
Here's the extra point try. Kick is up and good. 4:36 left to go here in the half. Canby 28, Newberg 0. We'll be back after this short timeout.
It started with 4 friends, 10 days, 1,200 miles, a long, lonely highway to nowhere.
And it looks like it ended with one pretty flat tire. But don't worry, here at Les Schwab, we can get you fixed up and back on your road trip in no time. Because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free flat repairs, pre-trip safety checks, and more. Plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
Mind blown.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're involved in a vehicle crash, you need to take your car or light truck to a repair center that will fix it right the first time. The philosophy of J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center in McMinnville is relax. We'll take it from here. Roger Fowler stands by his crew's reputation. J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center, 1100 Northeast Lafayette in McMinnville.
Canby High School back deep are Conrad and Topfest. Now let's see what we can do on this kickoff. Canby can do no wrong on the kickoffs today. Here, this one is bouncing along the center, bounces at the 20. This time, Topfest has it. He's at the 20, 25, 30, 32-yard line. Nice collection of the kickoff and return by Topfest. Brings up 1st down and 10 Newberg at their own 32. That last drive, I don't think I got to it. That last drive, one play, 4 yards, takes 4 seconds off the clock. A 4-yard touchdown run by Taylor. Extra point was good. Brings this score to Canby 28, Newberg 0. Oviatt breaks the huddle under center. Tofest and Conrad the wings. McCarthy in the backfield. Oviatt back to pass. Looks right, looks down the center of the field. And Tofest incomplete. Almost intercepted. Great coverage downfield by, I think that's 24, isn't it?
Yeah, Nick Huggins was step for step with Totfest for that play.
Long incompletion brings up 2nd down and 10, and the hurry up has gone away.
Yeah, hurry up's gone away. That was the traditional set that we've seen with the double wing, and then they come out throwing the ball where they've been trying to run the ball with 4 receiver sets and 1 running back.
So 4:24 left to go here in the half, down by 28. Newberg trying to put something on the board before halftime. Split far to the near side is Jack Kerwin. Under center's Oviatt. McCarthy in the backfield. Topfest in motion from the wing. Oviatt rolls to the left-hand side, pressured left and late, and throws short and incomplete. Nobody had a chance for that one except the defender for the Cougars, Jace Cates. Fell incomplete just in front of the outstretched arms of Cates. 3rd down and 10.
Oviatt was at that point in time was just trying to avoid a 15-yard sack, trying to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. He was outside the pocket, so no intentional grounding on that play.
Running for his life, however.
He was running for his life.
4:19 left to go in the half. Canby 28, Newberg 0. Oviatt is coming to the sidelines, and there's going to be a timeout Newberg as Oviatt either was injured or has something he'd like to talk about. So as they take a timeout, so will we. We'll be back after this short timeout.
There are times you simply need a friend, someone who will stop and listen to your needs. Macy & Sons have been serving families here since 1903, 5 generations of their family taking care of yours. Macy & Sons, in the business of helping people and meeting the individual needs of McMinnville area families, and will continue to do so in the future. So at the time when you need someone who cares, understands, and is there to help, Macy & Sons, serving 9 communities in Yamhill County.
It will be an arduous journey of epic proportions, venturing out into the great unknown, exposed to the rugged, unforgiving elements, struggling for survival when...
So, you're going car camping for the weekend. Here at Les Schwab, we can get you travel ready in no time. That's because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free pre-trip safety checks and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
I could hug you.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back to Canby High School, where it is 3rd down and 10. Newberg at their own 33-yard line. 4:19 left to go. Oviatt under center. McCarthy in the backfield. Topfest and Conrad the wings. Fakes the handoff out the middle of Oviatt. Throws out to the wing, and this is flutters and harmlessly incomplete as it was intended for Topfest. Topfest was 10 yards downfield at the 50. This fell harmlessly incomplete at the 40.
Creamed as he was letting go of the ball, so he couldn't put it where he wanted to. And I believe they're going to go. Oh, no, they are lining up to punt.
Back deep to punt is DeLashmet. The returner for Canby is Trey Belmore. Belmore puts his toes at the 29-yard line. Snap goes back to DeLashmet. Boot is end over end. Is going to bounce at the 40, take a sideways bounce. Now a little bit of a Newberg bounce inside the 40 at the 38. 1st down and 10. Canby at the 38-yard line.
And TJ Tomlin doesn't have, I mean, how do you coach in a game like this? There is no tomorrow. But you go for it with 4th and 10 deep in your opponent's I mean, what do you do? But it's kind of a lose-lose situation. Unless you consider it 4-down territory for the rest of the game and run your normal offense, if you're going to throw 3 times, 3 incomplete passes, leaving at 4th and 10, I don't see that you have much choice to punt. There is no tomorrow. You're not going to win the game by punting. So what do you do?
Well, yeah, and down 28, it's pretty tough to maintain your normal veer offense with the heavy doses of running. Taylor under center, looks back to pass. Taylor's going to get sacked in the backfield. Nice pressure that time by lots of Newberg Tigers. And you can tell that Canby's not a passing offense either, as the offensive line on the pass blocking looked more like a colander than an offensive line.
Yeah, they were back quick long before Taylor even had a chance to even look for a receiver. He was under a sea of white.
From the Newberg perspective, let's go pass Canby. Come on. Taylor under center.
I think that might be the last one of the half.
Low man in the backfield. Pitch to the wingman, Trey Belmore, who's running around the wing. And Belmore should have been knocked down in the backfield. Cut inside, though, for a nice gain of 9, did Belmore. Thought Belmore was going to get knocked down behind the line of scrimmage on kind of the fly sweep action, and instead planted his right foot and cut upfield for a nice gain.
Yeah, very quick. Most of the runs we've seen have been big, strong backs, able to bounce off some tacklers for some yardage. Belmore looked more like DeAnthony Thomas out there and just didn't want to get touched by anybody, and a very quick person.
Taylor under center, shorter the man in the backfield. Taylor. Ball's bobbled by the quarterback on the snap, and it was going to be a pitch, not to Shorter, but Kyler was the man in the backfield. It was going to be a pitch around the left end. Instead, lucky there by Taylor that he could collect that botched snap and fall forward for a gain of 1. 4th down and 4.
3 and out and stops. Maybe they can gain a little momentum and just try to get something positive going into halftime to build on. Coming out with the ball in the second half. So obviously the best case scenario is score here, score to open the half. They cut the lead to 14.
DeLashman and Topfest back for the ball. DeLashman. Oh, and he fumbles again. But luckily this time he's on it. This time he's on it. If it's not going to be Newberg ball, it's because it was late in the pile and was yanked away. No question, and they're pointing Newberg's way. Good thing they're pointing Newberg's way, because I tell you what, there's no question that DeLashman had that ball.
Yeah, but for the fumble recovery? Yeah, but he was not the first player there. The Canby player was there first, tried to recover the ball and actually had it slip between his legs and didn't have a good handle on it for DeLashman to grab that ball. But, boy, it sure could have been Canby's ball right then.
Could have been devastating, but you hear some boos, and I tell you what, that's fan goggles on for the Canby fans at this point. It was an error by DeLashman, but there's no question the Canby guy was there first but couldn't corral it, and DeLashman recovered that ball.
Right. We have the same perspective they do, but that was the right call.
Oviatt under center. Topfest in motion. Pitch to Topfest around the left-hand side. Gets a block out there. Cuts to the inside. He's to the 36-yard line. Second down and 6 for the Newberg Tigers. They started with this drive at their own 29. And in the hurry-up again this time is Newberg. Under 2 minutes left to go in the half, and they do need to hurry up. Oviatt under center. Man in motion is Topfest. Handoff up the middle to McCarthy. McCarthy drags tacklers for a first down. Nice effort by McCarthy. Was hit near the line of scrimmage and drug about 2 Canby Cougars forward for about 4, maybe 5 yards. First down and 10 Newberg near midfield. In the hurry-up, 1:38 left to go. Oviatt under center. McCarthy the man in the backfield.
Yep, twitch on the line of scrimmage. Newberg jumped.
Flags all over the place. Back judge saw it. Side judge saw it. Everybody saw it. Going to be a free 5 yards for Canby. First down and 15 for Newberg. I didn't see it, so it didn't happen.
Your eyes were down. I thought you were an official. Dude, I saw that one.
And officials are always right. First down and 15, 1:31 left to go in the half. Newberg trails the Canby Cougars by a score of 28-0. Looking for something positive to happen here before halftime. Oviatt under center. McCarthy in the backfield. One receiver to the near side, one to the far. Topfest in motion. Fakes the handoff. Oviatt looks to pass. Can't find anybody. Cuts up the middle. He's to the 40, 43-yard line. Gains the 5 yards back. 4 of the 5 yards back. They lost on the penalty. Brings up second down and 11.
And a mental mistake by Newberg that time, thinking the clock was stopped on the penalty, but they started clock and they wasted about 30 seconds in a huddle right there.
Under center is Oviatt. Up the middle is McCarthy. McCarthy's going to get stoned in the backfield. One timeout for Newberg, and I believe they're going to take it here on 3rd down and 9, and they are. So as Newberg takes a timeout, so will we. Down 28 with 45 seconds left to go in the half. We'll be back after this short timeout.
When it comes to trucks, there are a lot of pretenders to the throne out there, but only one brand that's sitting firmly on top of it, and that's Ford. Hi, John Kirkanick here from Newberg Ford, and we've got a great selection of F-Series trucks on hand and can show you why they've been number one in sales and number one in your hearts for 37 straight years. They're simply the best. And the best place to get one is from the experts at Newberg Ford. We know trucks, and we work harder for you.
Welcome back to Canby High School. 45.3 seconds left to go here in the half. Newberg trails 28-0. Have some scores for you, and now my screen just went away, so I don't have some scores for you. Right now, a tale of big plays for for Canby, and a tale of turnovers for the Newberg Tigers. Have dug a hole for the Tigers that they are trying desperately to dig out of. 3rd down and 8 at the 46 for Newberg. They have no more timeouts left. 45.3 seconds. Topfest and Conrad the wings. Oviatt barks out the signals. Topfest comes in motion. Fakes the handoff up the middle. Oviatt screen to Topfest. Topfest to the 40. He's to the 45. Hey, Joe! He's got a fumble again. Oh, are you kidding me? Ball went out of bounds, I believe. I hope. And it did. Either went out of bounds or got recovered inbounds. Let's hope it went out of bounds. Let's see what they're going to do. Great screen play by Topfest. It is Newberg's ball at the 30. So Newberg dodges another huge bullet here. Let's see if they're going to start the clock. They do not, which means that ball went out of bounds. 1st down and 10 at the 29 for Newberg. 35 seconds left to go in the half. Knocking on the door, by far the deepest penetration for the Tigers of this half. Oviatt under center, McCarthy in the backfield, Topfest and Conrad the wings. DeLashman split to the near side. Oviatt looks to the far side on the flare. Great diving catch. Well, who was that? Topfest on the great diving catch at the 12-yard line. 1st down and 10. Clock stops on the movement of the chains. Officials get the ball spotted in a hurry. You can't do that. You can't hold it in your hands that long. And they're winding the clock, and now there's a timeout. There's a timeout by Canby, and Canby saved it. I got to tell you, I have an issue with the officials because in that...
Well, and in that case, the officials were blowing the whistle, and the White Hat was winding the clock, and they had 5 or 6 more seconds run off that doesn't look like they're putting back on the clock.
Here's what you need to do. If you know your team, the other team is in a hurry up, you don't waltz the ball into the center of the field. You hurry the ball into the center of the field so as the chains are moving, the offense can get there in a hurry. The officials in this case didn't do that. Cost Newberg 5 or 6 seconds, which is a play in this case.
And then again with the clock winding as Canby was calling the timeout, 2 officials waving their arms, blowing the whistles, White Hat saying wind the clock. They wound the clock, and at this point in time, they are not correcting that time.
Where we stand now, 26.5 seconds left to go in the half. Newberg knocking at the door, 1st down and 10 at the 12-yard line. Trails by 28. This is a huge drive and a huge opportunity for Newberg to get momentum going into half and to actually stay active and engaged in this ballgame.
Yeah. Good point. I don't have anything other to say than yeah. Oviatt, my word, right? Yeah.
Oviatt under center. Topfest in motion. Oviatt. Oh, no, you can't take a sack here, Oviatt. And a huge sack at the 25. Hurry up, Newberg. 19, 18, 17 seconds. Got to hustle back. Ball way outside of the 22-yard line. Under 12 seconds to go here. Oviatt under center. Oviatt takes the snap, looks down the right-hand side, goes to the end zone. Intercepted. Intercepted in the end zone by Canby, and it's going to be a touchback. 1st down and 10. Canby at their own 20 with 2.2 seconds left to go here. And Canby dodged the bullet, and the officials did not help Newberg in that case at all.
No, not at all. On that 1st down play where Oviatt got sacked, there was just no shot. Canby was in. Oviatt had no idea what was coming. He faked a handoff. By the time he turned around to look upfield, he was snowed under.
Yeah, I did say you can't take a sack there, but he really had no. I mean, it's either a sack or you throw it up in.
You couldn't even throw it. All they could have done is fumbled it or did what he did.
Huge pressure that time for Canby on that sack. 2.2 seconds left to go, and boy, that would have made a difference going into halftime for your Tigers.
Yep.
And under center is Taylor. Taylor hands off up the middle. To the right-hand side. Cuts to the 30. Oh, no. Blockers to the 40. This could be horrible. To the 50, 40, and finally out of bounds. But another huge run. Oh, a flag down. Please don't make this a defensive flag. Just decline this if you're Newberg, if it's on offense. If it's defensive penalty, and it is not, it's an offensive holding, decline, and that'll be the halftime. And Newberg will limp into the locker room, trailing by 4 scores, 28-0 to the Canby Cougars. And Coach T.J. Tomlin has some talking to do. We'll be back for halftime show after this short timeout.
High school sports is brought to you by Davison Auto Parts in McMinnville. High school athletes strive to be the best they can be, and so does Davison Auto Parts. Davison Auto Parts, 1717 North Baker Street in McMinnville, takes pride in providing customers with the best quality parts and personal service. As a Napa Auto Parts dealer, Davison Auto Parts has fast access to an inventory of more than 400,000 parts. Davison Auto Parts, Baker Street, McMinnville, a trusted partner in keeping your vehicle safe on the road.
It started with 4 friends, 10 days, 1,200 miles, a long, lonely highway to nowhere.
And it looks like it ended with one pretty flat tire. But don't worry, here at Les Schwab, we can get you fixed up and back on your road trip in no time, because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free flat repairs, pre-trip safety checks, and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
Mind blown.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're involved in a vehicle crash, you need to take your car or light truck to a repair center that will fix it right the first time. The philosophy of J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center in McMinnville is relax. We'll take it from here. Roger Fowler stands by his crew's reputation. J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center, 1100 Northeast Lafayette in McMinnville. There are times you simply need a friend. Someone who will stop and listen to your needs. Macy & Sons have been serving families here since 1903. 5 generations of their family taking care of yours. Macy & Sons, business of helping people and meeting the individual needs of McMinnville area families, and will continue to do so in the future. So at the time when you need someone who cares, understands, and is there to help, Macy & Sons, serving 9 communities in Yamhill County.
It will be an arduous journey of epic proportions, venturing out into the great unknown, exposed to the rugged, unforgiving elements, struggling for survival when...
So, you're going car camping for the weekend. Here at Les Schwab, we can get you travel ready in no time. That's because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free pre-trip safety checks and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
I could hug you.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back to Canby High School, where the Canby Cougars lead the Newberg Tigers by a score of 28-0. You combine excellent running by the Canby Cougars, lots of big plays, with lots of mistakes by the Newberg Tigers, and you're going to have a 28-0 halftime advantage. Let's talk about how we got here. In the first quarter, 7:36 left in the first quarter, a 6-play, 84-yard drive took 2 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock and was culminated with a 46-yard touchdown run by Shorter. Extra point was good, brought the score to 7-0 Canby. Then in the first, again, 4:51 left to go, a 3-play, 38-yard drive took 53 seconds off the clock, culminated in a 1-yard run by Shorter. Extra point was good, brought it to 14-0 Canby. Then in the second, 8:22 left to go in the second, a 5-play, 26-yard drive, 2:25 off the clock, a 1-yard run by Shorter, his second 1-yard touchdown of the ball game. Extra point was good, 21-0. Then Canby again in the second, 4:36 left to go in the second, a 1-play, 4-yard drive, took 4 seconds off the clock, a 4-yard touchdown run by Taylor. Extra point was good, brought it to 28-0. We're going to be back for stats as well as kind of a recap of what happened and how we got to the 28-0 after this short timeout. We'll be back to Canby High School for more halftime show after this short timeout.
When it comes to trucks, there are a lot of pretenders to the throne out there, but only one brand that's sitting firmly on top of it, and that's Ford. Hi, John Kirkanick here from Newberg Ford, and we've got a great selection of F-Series trucks on hand and can show you why. They've been number one in sales and number one in your hearts for 37 straight years. They're simply the best. And the best place to get one is from the experts at Newberg Ford. We know trucks, and we work harder for you.
High School Sports is brought to you by Davison Auto Parts in McMinnville. High school athletes strive to be the best they can be, and so does Davison Auto Parts. Davison Auto Parts, 1717 North Baker Street in McMinnville, takes pride in providing customers with the best quality parts and personal service. As a Napa Auto Parts dealer, Davison Auto Parts has fast access to an inventory of more than 400,000 parts. Baker Street, McMinnville, a trusted partner in keeping your vehicle safe on the road.
It started with 4 friends, 10 days, 1,200 miles, a long, lonely highway to nowhere.
And it looks like it ended with one pretty flat tire. But don't worry, here at Les Schwab, we can get you fixed up and back on your road trip in no time, because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free flat repairs, pre-trip safety checks, and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
Mind blown.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're involved in a vehicle crash, you need to take your car or light truck to a repair center that will fix it right the first time. The philosophy of J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center in McMinnville is relax. We'll take it from here. Roger Fowler stands by his crew's reputation. J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center, 1100 Northeast Lafayette in McMinnville. There are times you simply need a friend. Someone who will stop and listen to your needs. Macy & Sons have been serving families here since 1903. 5 generations of their family taking care of yours. Macy & Sons, in the business of helping people and meeting the individual needs of McMinnville area families, and will continue to do so in the future. So at the time when you need someone who cares, understands, and is there to help, Macy & Sons, serving 9 communities in Yamhill County.
As the Canby Band plays the Grand Old Flag at halftime, want to thank our veterans on this Veterans Day weekend for all their service. You know, I am a elementary school principal in the Newberg School District. We had a Veterans Day assembly this morning, had a young man who was a major in the Korean War, must have been 83, 84 years old, came out. We invited all the veterans from the area and had lots of veterans. He was a major in the Korean War. We had a captain from the Vietnam War. Want to thank all those folks that had 4 of the 5 branches represented at the assembly today. Want to thank all of those veterans who have served our country so well over the years.
It's nice that your school can set that up and get those kids educated about what people have done for our country to keep the freedoms that we do enjoy here.
And with that, with those freedoms, we also have the freedom to talk about football on the radio. Let's talk a little bit about the statistics cited from the
They are pretty one-sided. Oviatt's thrown some balls for some completions tonight. He's thrown 8 balls, completed 4 of them for a total of 63 yards, ending the half on that interception, which was really just kind of a long shot pass, trying to make something out of nothing with no time left on the clock. Can't really hold that against him. Lashmit's received a couple for 26. Topfest has received a couple for 27. 4 runners have some carries tonight. Conrad has a couple carries for 2. Topfest has 6 carries for 28. Your quarterback, Grayson Oviatt, has 4 carries on the books, negative 9 yards rushing, but there's a sack thrown in there to skew that yardage. McCarthy's carried the ball the most tonight, 8 carries, 19 yards. Not overwhelming. The big stat when you look at this sheet is obviously the fumbles lost. They've lost 3 fumbles, and the 1 interception accounts for 4 turnovers. 4 turnovers and 4 touchdowns. I wonder if there's any correlation there. Obviously not. Totally due to all those turnovers with some huge yardage runs by the Canby Cougars. They have 1 pass attempt that resulted in a throw. They've been sacked a couple times, but Austin Taylor is 0 for 1 for 0 yards. That accounts for all of Canby's passing. I did a little math, counted up the total numbers of rushing plays that Canby has had that have netted more than 30 yards. They have 5 carries tonight for more than 30 yards.
Wow.
They have 7 different ball carriers. Dominic Shorter is the dominant back. He has 10 carries, 76 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Austin Taylor has a touchdown on 8 carries with 36 yards. Thompson 3 carries, 91 yards. Thompson has a 50-yard carry, a 40-yard carry, and a 1-yard carry. Cates has a couple carries for 13. Boykin has a carry for 36. Kylo has 6 carries for 49. One of them was for 41 yards, and then Trey Bellhouse has 1 carry for 9 yards.
I'm going to put it in a little perspective. As you're going through the stats, I'm looking at the drive charts going, okay, where do all these big yardage carries come into the stats? Interesting stat. Listen to these drive lengths. The first drive, 84 yards. The second drive, 38 yards. The third drive, 26 yards. And the fourth drive, 4 yards. So what that tells me is these big plays, and they have been big, haven't been the major parts of the drives. It's been the turnovers, because if we have 2 drives under 30 yards, we have so many yardage over 30. It's been running all through the middle of the field, and it's where the turnovers have really killed.
Yeah, there's a couple of the big carries were prior to touchdowns. I mean, obviously Shorter had the big carry for the touchdown.
Right.
But you're absolutely right. A lot of these carries have not necessarily resulted in touchdowns. It's been the turnovers that have really done Newberg in so far for the evening.
Yeah, and we talked about mistakes. Both coaches talked about mistakes to start this at the pregame, and clearly the majority of the mistakes being made by the Newberg Tigers.
Yeah, interesting change, and I just thought of this, so tell me if you agree. The mistakes that Newberg was making at the early part of the year, center quarterback exchange, bobble handoff exchanges, simple dropping the ball when it was just in their hands. Tonight's been a little different.
Yeah.
Canby has done some aggressive stripping of the ball. They've swatted at it. They've done a good job of creating those turnovers. Not so. Do you call those Newberg mistakes, or do you call those great Canby defensive plays? It's certainly different mistakes than what we saw at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, that is a great point. Where the quote-unquote mistakes at the beginning of the year, the defense that was playing against Newberg didn't really have anything to do with those turnovers. In this particular case, this tough Canby defense has definitely contributed to those turnovers. That is a great point. And with that point, as you can all think about the great point, the first one of the year, I think, that Curtis has had, we will take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have scores from around the state.
High School Sports is brought to you by Davison Auto Parts in McMinnville. High school athletes strive to be the best they can be, and so does Davison Auto Parts. Davison Auto Parts, 1717 North Baker Street in McMinnville, takes pride in providing customers with the best quality parts and personal service. As a Napa Auto Parts dealer, Davison Auto Parts has fast access to an inventory of more than 400,000 parts. Davison Auto Parts, Baker Street, McMinnville, a trusted partner in keeping your vehicle safe on the road.
It started with 4 friends, 10 days, 1,200 miles, a long, lonely highway to nowhere.
And it looks like it ended with one pretty flat tire. But don't worry, here at Les Schwab, we can get you fixed up and back on your road trip in no time, because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free flat repairs, pre-trip safety checks, and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
Mind blown.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're involved in a vehicle crash, you need to take your car or light truck to a repair center that will fix it right the first time. The philosophy of J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center in McMinnville is relax. We'll take it from here. Roger Fowler stands by his crew's reputation. J&W friend, someone who will stop and listen to your needs. Macy and Sons have been serving families here since 1903. 5 generations of their family taking care of yours. So at the time when you need someone who cares, understands, and is there to help, Macy and Sons, serving 9 communities in Yamhill County.
It will be an arduous journey of epic proportions, venturing out into the great unknown, exposed to the rugged, unforgiving elements, struggling for survival when...
So, you're going car camping for the weekend. Here at Les Schwab, we can get you travel ready in no time. That's because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free pre-trip safety checks and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
I could hug you.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
When it comes to trucks, there are a lot of pretenders to the throne out there, but only one brand that's sitting firmly on top of it, and that's Ford. Hi, John Kirkanick here from Newberg Ford, and we've got a great selection of F-Series trucks on hand and can show you why they've been number one in sales and number one in your hearts for 37 straight years. They're simply the best. And the best place to get one is from the experts at Newberg Ford. We know trucks, and we work harder for you.
High School Sports is brought to you by Davison Auto Parts in McMinnville. High school athletes strive to be the best they can be, and so does Davison Auto Parts. Davison Auto Parts, 1717 North Baker Street in McMinnville, takes pride in providing customers with the best quality parts and personal service. As a Napa Auto Parts dealer, Davison Auto Parts has fast access to an inventory of more than 400,000 parts. Davison Auto Parts, Baker Street, McMinnville, a trusted partner in keeping your vehicle safe on the road.
Welcome back to Canby High School, where we'll have a 3-minute warm-up on the clock. As we do, Curtis will pay attention to, well, we don't even do a coin toss. So I will talk to you a little bit, if I can get my computer to cooperate, about some scores from around the league. Clackamas 16, Aloha 0. 13-6. The winner of this game will play the winner of that game. Centennial and Tualatin 0-0 in the third. Interesting early, and this who knows how this has changed, but Central Catholic 7, Century 0. Jesuit 35, Crater 7 in the 5A. Springfield 14, Franklin 0. West Salem trailing to Glen 21-13. Lake Oswego 7, Sunset 0. Shelbyville trailing at Oregon City 14-0. Here, of course, it is 28-0. Ashland over Pendleton 27-0. Reynolds beating North Marysford 7-0. McNary and Roseburg all nodded. Your alma mater, and I went there 2 years. McNary tied at 7. Lake Ridge 21, South Medford 0. Southridge 14, West Lynn 13. That's a close one. Crescent Valley and Wilsonville are knotted at 7. And I'm going to go on to the second page if it lets me. It's going to load for a while. As it loads, we'll take one more timeout before the second half. We'll be back to Canby High School after this short timeout.
High School Sports is brought to you by Davison Auto Parts in McMinnville. High school athletes strive to be the best they can be, and so does Davison Auto Parts. Davison Auto Parts, 1717 North Baker Street in McMinnville, takes pride in providing customers with the best quality parts and personal service. As a Napa Auto Parts dealer, Davison Auto Parts has fast access to an inventory of more than 400,000 parts. Davison Auto Parts, Baker Street, McMinnville, a trusted partner in keeping your vehicle safe on the road.
It started with 4 friends, 10 days, 1,200 miles, a long, lonely highway to nowhere.
And it looks like it ended with one pretty flat tire. But don't worry. Here at Les Schwab, we can get you fixed up and back on your road trip in no time, because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free flat repairs, pre-trip safety checks, and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
Mind blown.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back to Canby High School. Let's try if we get some reads here. The OSA playoffs are brought to you by U.S. Bank. Earn rewards, exclusive discounts, and preferred rates with a U.S. Bank package. Choose a gold, silver, or platinum checking and create a package with the features that are right for you. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. See Banker for details. Deposit products offered by U.S. Bank, National Association, N.A., member FDIC. And by Les Schwab Tires. For over 55 years, Les Schwab Tires has been committed to providing their customers the most for their dollar, price, value, and selection. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952. Also by the OSAA. Catch all the action from the OSA State Champions on OSA TV. OSA TV is for live and on-demand video coverage of the OSA State Champions. So we are ready to kick off here in the second half. Your Newberg Tigers will be receiving the ball in the right side of the end zone. Topfest and Conrad, ball at the 20. Interesting that they're sneaking up a little bit. Don't want to let this ball bounce at the 20 like they have before. Here's the kickoff, and it's deep this time down the center and bounces at the 10. Bobbled by Topfest. Topfest at the 6. He's back to the 10 to the 15. Breaks a tackle at the 20 and rolls to the 22-yard line. So managing to hold on to the ball that time are the Newberg Tigers. First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Canby's had a very effective use of changing their depth and the direction of their kickoffs. Short when the receivers are deep, over their heads when they're up tight, out to the outside if they're in the middle, taking an opportune moment for an onside kick. Very effective use of the kickoff.
No question. And you know Coach T.J. Tomlin at halftime talked to the Newberg Tigers, and there's no give up, but they need to do something here. Handoff up the middle of McCarthy. McCarthy into the pile, and is going to have a gain of about 2. That'll bring up second down and 8 for the Newberg Tigers. Be interested to see if Newberg goes back to what brung them to the dance so far.
I would expect that at least on this opening drive they would. They've got to try to get some momentum, get some stability, get the kids positive and believing that they have a shot in this game. And they're not going to do that by throwing the ball 3 times and punting.
Oviatt under center. McCarthy in the backfield. Topfest in motion. Handoff up the middle to Topfest. No, keep it by Oviatt this time. And he's going to go around the right end for a first down. Faked me out. Faked a whole bunch of Canby Cougars out as they dove for McCarthy up the middle. And Oviatt pulled it out of his belly for a first down out at the 34.
Usually when I see that after you call that it's a fake and I say, nope, keeper, that time I faked me out too. I was watching Oviatt, watching him run, and I thought he was just carrying out the fake. He gained 5 yards before I realized he had the ball.
First down and 10, Newberg at the 34-yard line. Oviatt under center. McCarthy the man in the backfield. On the wing is Topfest. Topfest goes in motion. We're going to have a false start, I believe, on the right tackle of Newberg. There are flags. Let's see if anybody else flinched. It is going to go against Bryce Schubert. Schubert's going to give up a free 5 yards to Canby, bring it back inside the 30 to the 29. First down and 15, Newberg.
Yeah, not what you wanted to see after a first down. Now first and 15, hard to keep momentum if he's throwing those little mistakes like we've talked about.
Yes, that's right. Let's see if the Newberg Tigers can overcome this mistake. And Oviatt gets the play personally from T.J. Tomlin on the sidelines across the way, brings it into the huddle, and the Newberg Tigers break. It's 28-0. Oviatt under center. McCarthy fakes the handoff to McCarthy, and Oviatt keeps it around the left side this time. He's on the 35, breaks a tackle to the 30, breaks another tackle to the 42, and rolls down at the 42, call it the 41-yard line. Oviatt looked like he was going down about 3 different times that time, kept breaking the tackles. Nice run for Oviatt of about 13.
Yeah, great play, way to stay with it, and made the right choice, pulling the ball out of McCarthy's belly, not pitching to Conrad that he had on the wing. Kept it for a great 13-yard gain.
Second down and 2 on the 40, right in front of where we're sitting. Oviatt under center. Topfest in motion. Oviatt this time pitch back late to Topfest. Topfest is going to get drugged down by the line of scrimmage. That time he faked me out. I thought he actually handed it to McCarthy up the middle, pulled it out of his belly, and might have been better off handing it to McCarthy on the option that time.
Yeah, and that was a really high pitch to Topfest. Topfest used great athletic ability to jump up and grab that ball out of the air, preventing a fumble.
Yeah, could have been a disaster. As it was, no gain on the play, brings up third down and 2 for the Newberg Tigers.
And Newberg, no hurry, not showing any sign of panic, being very patient, running their offense very traditionally for them right now.
Oviatt under center, McCarthy in the backfield, Topfest in motion. Handoff this time does give it to McCarthy. McCarthy breaks the tackle and has a first down and inside the Canby territory at the 46-yard line. Again, a great decision on the option this time for McCarthy. The way Newberg is chunking the ball down the field kind of makes you wonder what the decision process was in the first half.
Yeah, but, and again, Canby's not stripping the ball. Newberg's able to hang on to it. It's a great second effort by McCarthy after getting hit pretty hard at the line of scrimmage, gaining 10 on that play.
First down and 10 inside Canby territory. Topfest in motion. Pitch to Topfest around the right side. He has a blocker there by Conrad. Cuts inside of Conrad's block and has a nice gain of, let's see where they finally mark it. Inside the 40, I believe, at the 39. Going to be a nice gain of 7, maybe 8, depending on the spot. Call it for 9-yard gain. Ball all the way down to the 38-yard line. Second down and 1 for Newberg.
I'm wondering if TJ Tomlin went to those wrinkles a little early. This is proving to be the offense we've seen since the first game we did, and it's very effective at this moment.
8:33 left to go here in the third. Newberg trails by 28-0, taking this ball in the first drive of the second half. Inside a ball at the 22 and driving now inside the 40. Oviatt under center. McCarthy the lone man in the backfield. In motion this time, Conrad. Oviatt looks to pass just over the outstretched arms. Great idea. Tried to flick it out there to Jack Kerwin. Kerwin just a little high on the pass. Otherwise, I think Kerwin would have had a nice game there.
Yeah, there was a defender between Oviatt and Kerwin, so he tried to float it over the defender's head, just a little too high for Kerwin. Interesting on that play, we got some of the time back that we needed at the end of the second half.
No clock ran.
Yeah, no clock ran for the whole run. I mean, Fest had the running play, gained at 8, stayed in bounds, and the clock was stopped the whole time.
8:30 left to go here in the second. Second one, Oviatt. Oh, stuffed in the middle. Late pitch to Topfest, and he's going to have it. He's at the 15-yard line, called the 16. No, where they're going to mark him down is the 19-yard line. First,
29, brother.
29. Oh, sorry. I got excited.
Yes, you did get excited.
But it is a first down. A nice run by Topfest that time. Late pitch again around the left end. Ball placed on the left hash at the 29. First down and 10, Newberg. This their 9th play of this drive upcoming.
The penetration by Canby that time actually stopped Oviatt and McCarthy, and it was kind of all bottlenecked. In the last minute, Oviatt stepped away from the bottleneck and pitched that ball.
Oviatt, Conrad, and Conrad's face mask called a penalty. No, they aren't going to throw the flag. Sure looked like Conrad got his face mask.
Now it's a late penalty. And
now the coaching staff just got an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yep, they did. He was hot on the field screaming at the official.
And why was he screaming? Because there was already a flag down. If he would have just kept his mouth closed, this would have been 15 against Newberg, I believe. Now it's going to be offsetting 15 on each team. Let's see exactly what we have here.
And we don't know, actually, the first penalty.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been they got the retaliatory. I don't know who started it. The Canby coach definitely believes that his player was wronged, but the second penalty is definitely against the Canby coach.
Because you cannot be at the 20-yard line, 10 yards out on the field screaming at the official. That's not going to – and there's a personal foul. Ooh, it's personal foul against Canby, and then a dead ball unsportsmanlike against the coaching staff of Canby. So this is going to be huge penalties. I don't know about the personal foul, but there is no question that the unsportsmanlike goes against the coach. And the Canby coaching staff wants to talk about it and cool everybody down. They want to talk with the officials in a calmer fashion. And as they talk in a calmer fashion, we'll listen to this calm commercial.
If you're involved in a vehicle crash, you need to take your car or light truck to a repair center that will fix it right the first time. The philosophy of J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center in McMinnville is relax. We'll take it from here. Roger Fowler stands by his crew's reputation. J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center, 1100 Northeast Lafayette in McMinnville. There are times you simply need a friend, someone who will stop and listen to your needs. Macy & Sons have been serving families here since 1903, 5 generations of their family taking care of yours. Macy & Sons, in the business of helping people and meeting the individual needs of McMinnville area families, and will continue to do so in the future. So at the time when you need someone who cares, understands, and is there to help, Macy & Sons, serving 9 communities in Yamhill County.
Leave a message and I will call you back as soon as I can.
Hey, honey, it's me. Listen, I kind of slid into a snowbank on the way home. Looks like I'm going to be a little bit late for dinner. Happy anniversary.
Winter weather can slow you down, but Les Schwab has the right tires to get you where you need to go safely. And with our best tire value promise, every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection and care. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
First and goal at the 8 is the Newberg Tiger offense after the penalties are all marked off. Under center is Oviatt. Man in the backfield is McCarthy. Wing as we've seen. Topfest, this time handoff to McCarthy. No, keeper by Oviatt. Around the left end, he's to the 5, he's to the 2, he's to the 1. Second down and goal at the 1-yard line for Newberg. Great way to start off this second half on this drive. for the Newberg Tigers, taking a lot of time off this clock. 7:22 left to go here in the third. Newberg knocking on the door.
Yeah, time off the clock's not necessarily what we want to see. They're down by 4 touchdowns, but putting a nice, long, sustained drive together, punching it into the end zone is exactly what people want, exactly what Newberg wanted to start this half.
Squeeze this ball, Oviatt under center. Man in motion is Conrad. Handoff up the middle. Touchdown, Newberg. And that, I can't tell whether it was Oviatt who crossed the line with the ball or McCarthy who crossed the line with the ball. They both kind of had the ball at the same time. Who are you giving that to, brother?
McCarthy.
McCarthy on the handoff. Touchdown, Newberg. 6:57 left to go here in the third, and Newberg has finally put themselves on the board.
Now, if the defense can build on this momentum and get an early stop, maybe Newberg has a chance to believe they can be back in this game.
So let's see, here's the extra point try coming for the Newberg Tigers. Oviatt set to kick. Snap is up, kick is good. So with 6, no good. Did they say that? No good. Yeah, okay, sorry. I heard the announcer say no good. It was definitely good. 28-7 with 6:57 left to go in the third. Newberg has some life.
It will be an arduous journey of epic proportions, venturing out into the great unknown, exposed to the rugged, unforgiving elements, struggling for survival when...
So, you're going car camping for the weekend. Here at Les Schwab, we can get you travel ready in no time. That's because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free pre-trip safety checks and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
I could hug you.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
When it comes to trucks, there are a lot of pretenders to the throne out there, but only one brand that's sitting firmly on top of it, and that's Ford. Here from Newberg Ford, and we've got a great selection of F-Series trucks on hand, and can show you why. They've been number one in sales and number one in your hearts for 37 straight. We know trucks, and we work harder for you.
Now that's the Newberg offense we've seen the last 5 weeks, as they have put up 4 victories out of the last 5 weeks. That drive, 10 plays, 78 yards, taking 5 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock, culminating with a 1-yard touchdown run by McCarthy, makes this score 28-7. And with the Newberg defense now, they can stop anybody at any time. Stone them cold. We've seen that. Newberg is in this ball game.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do on this kickoff now. They have such a different plan for their kickoffs. I don't know if they're going to pooch it over the top or kick this one deep or try a true onside kick. We'll see what happens.
Oviatt is the kicker. Oviatt runs up the line at the 40 and kicks kind of a pooch. No fair catch. Bounces at the 26 and is recovered there and knocked down immediately at the 23. Called the 22-yard line. I said 26. Ball bounced at the 22. Was collected by a Canby Cougar. And then he was immediately submarined by the on-rushing Newberg Tiger. First down and 10 for Canby at their own 22.
So they scored the touchdown. They prevented any return on that kickoff. So little glimmers of hope shining through on the Newberg Tigers. Now all they need to do is prevent these big 30, 40-yard runs.
No big plays here. Under center is, as he has been all game, is Taylor. Taylor, I missed.
I can't see who it was. He had a different running style, so I'm not sure. Oh, number 5.
Handoff to Kylo. Kylo picks up 5, maybe call it 6 yards. Brings up second down and 4 for Canby. Under center again is Tyler. Kylo, lone man in the backfield. Handoff to Kylo. Kylo is hit in the backfield and rolled down for a loss of 1. Nice penetration by Newberg that time. Third down and 5. And this is a great start for this Newberg defense in this second half. Need to capitalize on this 3rd down and 5 play.
Yeah, it's a great position to have him in. I'm curious what happened with Shorter. Shorter is standing on the sidelines. He was the main ball carrier for the first quarter and a half. Since then, it's been Kylo.
Kylo again in the backfield. Taylor under center. Snap goes back, and Taylor rolls to the right-hand side. He's going to be pressured. Throws late, and bang! Nab it complete, and to the 50. Breaks a tackle to the 40, to the 30, the 20. Can he be caught? Does get caught at the 3-yard line. Huge play that time by A.J. Schlatter. Broke open from the tight end position. Should have been tackled at the 40. Broke a tackle and rolled all the way down inside the 5 to the 2. First down and goal for Canby, and the big play kills us again.
We had it defended well. We forced the pass. Just a misjudge by the defensive back on where that ball was going to land. He went for the interception. Ball was 5 yards over his outstretched arms, right into the Canby receiver.
5 minutes and a half left to go. First down and goal from the 2. Handoff to Kylo. Kylo rumbles forward to inside the 1, but the defense holds there. Brings up second down and goal from the 1 for Canby. Here is where the Newberg defense really needs to stiffen up. A little goal line stand would be helpful. Belmore, the speedster, brings in the play from the sideline and then takes his split out to the far left-hand side. Under center is Taylor. Kylo in the I formation, man in motion. Fakes the handoff, and the quarterback should have been knocked out. Done it. Missed tackle in the backfield, and around the end goes Taylor. That was a missed tackle for Newberg that created that touchdown. Had Taylor 3 yards in the backfield. He broke the tackle. Touchdown, Canby.
He came stumbling out of the backfield and still managed to keep his feet and make that touchdown run. Set up by the big play with a 70-yard pass from Taylor.
So here's the extra point try for Canby, and that is a disaster of a defensive stand for Newberg. Started off perfect and then went downhill on 2 or 3 plays. 4:43 left to go in the third. Here's the extra point. It is up and good. 4:43 left to go in the third. Canby 35, Newberg 7. We'll be back after this short timeout.
High school sports is brought to you by Davison Auto Parts in McMinnville. High school athletes strive to be the best they can be, and so does Davison Auto Parts. Davison Auto Parts, 1717 North Baker Street in McMinnville, takes pride in providing customers with the best quality parts and personal service. Auto Parts dealer, Davison Auto Parts has fast access to an inventory of more than 400,000 parts. Davison Auto Parts, Baker Street, McMinnville, a trusted partner in keeping your vehicle safe on the road.
It started with 4 friends, 10 days, 1,200 miles, a long, lonely highway to nowhere.
And it looks like it ended with one pretty flat tire. But don't worry, here at Les Schwab, we can get you fixed up and back on your road trip in no time, because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free flat repairs, pre-trip safety checks, and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
Mind blown.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back to Canby High School. Set to kick off is the Canby Cougars. And this kickoff is bounces at the 20 and into the hands of Conrad. Conrad cuts upside and is going to have a flag upfield. I believe that's going to be a block in the back as Conrad returns it out to the 26. Call it the 27-yard line, but let's see what the officials have to say here.
That was a block in the back, 15 yards upfield from where the play was. Maybe 20 yards. That's a hold, actually.
Hold upfield.
Against the kicker, it looked like.
Well, you know what's interesting is very rarely it's situational officiating. Very rarely are you going to make that call that far away because it doesn't make any impact. Technically, I suppose there probably was a hold. I didn't see it. Technically, there was a hold, but in reality, you could call a hold on every single play in every single football game there ever was.
Yeah.
And so it's situational. As it is, backs it up 10, going to bring up first down and 10 Newberg instead of at the 27 at the 17. So Newberg first down and 10 at the 17-yard line. 4:37 left to go in the third. Trails 35-7 to the Canby Cougars. Under center, McCarthy in the backfield. Interesting, we have not called
Harden
one time.
Oh, yeah, definitely a twitch on number 2.
Flinch on the split. Jack Kerwin on that play is going to back it up 5 yards to the 12. First down and 15 for Newberg.
My guess is his number was called in the huddle, and he was anxious to get out on that route.
You know, I got a little story for you. My illustrious high school career, you know how many plays I played on varsity?
How many?
1. Do you know what the play was? Illegal false start on me on the split. 4:37 left to go here in the third. Under center is Oviatt. Oviatt back to pass, screen play to Conrad, and there's no blockers out there at all. But there are 5 Canby Cougars to meet Oviatt for no gain. Or excuse me, to meet Conrad for no gain. That was a design screen, but it felt like maybe it was tried to be a trickery or something, but there was no blockers on that side of the field at all. 4:11 and counting here to go in the third. Newberg trails by 28. Looking for their first playoff victory in more than a decade. Under center's Oviatt. McCarthy in the backfield. Topfest goes in motion. Oviatt back to pass. Looks deep down the right-hand sideline to DeLashman. Oh, I thought DeLashman was grabbed at the last minute. No flag. Kind of lost the pass in the air. Did DeLashman. Fell harmlessly incomplete. 3rd down and 14.
Yeah, the defender stuck his arm out like he was going to grab it. I don't think he actually grabbed hold of DeLashman at that point in time. So good no call on that play. I did just get a score for the Sprague-Beaverton game. In the third quarter, that game is tied. Of course, the winner of this game plays the winner of that game, so most people should be interested in the outcome.
It's tied at 13.
Tied at 20, actually.
Tied at 20. So whoever, and again, where that game is will matter on some of the seeding and different things. Topfest in motion. Handoff this time up the middle on the draw to McCarthy. McCarthy has a nice gain of about 10, but he needed 16. That'll bring up 4th down and 5. And I believe Newberg will punt this ball deep in their own territory. Call it 4th down and 4. And it will be a punt for Newberg as DeLashman comes on into the punting area.
That was that same wraparound draw play that we fumbled on at the goal line, yeah.
So that play could work. DeLashman set to punt. Back deep for Canby, number 3, Trey Belmore. Belmore has the speed. Belmore cuts it at the 41, cuts inside to the 45, breaks around the right-hand side and is drugged down from behind at the 47. Nice coverage that time by number 22, Colin Hyatt. Hyatt ran down Belmore from behind. 1st down and 10, Canby near midfield at the 49.
And as time gets away from Newberg with 3 minutes left in the third quarter, still down by 4 scores, obviously a defensive stop, 3 and out here is imperative if they have any chance of getting back in this game at all.
And the big plays have hurt Newberg again in the third quarter. Had them 3rd down and long and gave up that 70-yard pass play on the last possession. Under center's Taylor, handoff to the up back this time as they unpile after the 3-yard gain. I'll give you a number 10. That is number 10. That is Cole Thompson. Thompson gains about 3, brings up 2nd down and 7 for Canby.
For a fullback, he's had a nice game. 4 carries, 94 yards for Thompson.
Wow. Under center is Taylor. Thompson, the fullback.
Gets the ball again.
Again, the fullback does carry the ball. In the backfield is Shorter is the deep back in the eye. I don't believe Shorter's touched the ball here in the second half, however.
No, he has not. And actually, Austin Taylor kept the ball on the last play and followed Thompson through the hole. So it was a 1-yard run for Taylor on that play.
3rd down and 7 for Canby. If Newberg wants to have a chance in this ball game, this is a vital stop for the Newberg Tigers. Taylor under center. Pitch out to Shorter. Shorter is fumble. Ball's on the ground, and I believe Newberg has it, and
yes, they do.
So that was a vital stop for the Newberg Tigers. Not only do they force a punt, but have great field position on the fumble recovery. 1st down and 10, Newberg at the 44.
So let's see what they can do with this switch in momentum for this third quarter. It'd be really nice to be able to put some points on before the field flips at the beginning of the fourth quarter. 2 minutes left here in the third quarter.
And it's 1st down and 10, Newberg at their own 44-yard line. Oviatt breaks the huddle, brings them out into their standard veer formation. Topfest, the man in motion. Left-hand side, changes to a run, and it's going to get decked for after a short gain of maybe a half a yard. Don't know if that was a broken play. Looked like Oviatt was going to pass and then kind of tucked it into the left-hand side and ran with it.
I'm not so sure either. Looked like he was keeping his eyes upfield, but he really never looked like he was setting up to throw the ball. So hard to say what the real design on that play was.
2nd down and 9. Newberg in the huddle. 1:28 left to go in the third. Trails by 28. Oviatt under center. McCarthy the man in the backfield. Otfest and Conrad. Conrad this time in motion to the near side. Handoff up the middle to McCarthy. McCarthy goes forward and loses his helmet again, does McCarthy. He's going to have to come out of the ball game for at least one play. And here comes Harden. This is the first time Harden's come into the game, I believe, as McCarthy trots out. Harden will take Oviatt's position. And I'm a little surprised we haven't seen Harden more in this ball game with how hard he's been running in the last 2 or 3.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Obviously, this is 4-down territory at this point in time in the game.
Conrad in motion, fake the handoff to Harden, rolls right, throws late to Topfest, and Topfest is going to have a first down and more down the right-hand sideline. Breaks tackles, drives over, and the ball's on the ground. No, are they going to call him down? The ball came out late, and it's going to be down to this Topfest. And the number of times, great play by Topfest, almost turned into disaster again. First down and 10, Newberg at the 30. The number of times the ball has hit the green surface when Newberg has had it today is way too many.
Yeah, 22-yard pickup on that play for Topfest. Gained about 10 yards on the design play, and the other 12 was on his own effort.
A counter to Topfest this time from the wing. Fake the handoff to Harden up the middle, and that was McCarthy back in the ball game. Fake the handoff to McCarthy, gave it to Topfest on the counter. Gain of 3 brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Newberg Tigers. 17 seconds left to go here and counting. We'll see if they get a playoff in this third quarter. McCarthy under center. In motion is Topfest. McCarthy looks back to pass. Goes in the corner to Lashman. Picked off. Picked off in the end zone. No chance that time for DeLashman. DeLashman was working the outside route, and Oviatt threw the inside route, and that was intercepted in the end zone. First down and 10, Clackamas. First down and 10, Canby with a touchback at their own 20.
Not what we were looking for. Oviatt kind of threw that ball up for grabs. I'm not sure if it was a miscommunication on the route or if he just missed the throw a little bit. DeLashman laying on the ground after the play, kind of in disgust. Just not happy that the play didn't connect.
Are they going to mark this at the 1? They're going to say the interception happened at the 1.
Well, there's a good break for Newberg.
Yeah. As opposed to the 20, they're going to say he intercepted it and was downed at the 1-yard line. So opportunity for the defense to make something happen here. Quarterback keeper up the middle for a gain of about 2 out to the 3, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. So when we come back in the fourth, it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Canby, leading 35-7. We'll be back after this short timeout.
If you're involved in a vehicle crash, you need to take your car or light truck to a repair center that will fix it right the first time. The philosophy of J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center in McMinnville is relax. We'll take it from here. Roger Fowler stands by his crew's reputation. J&W CarStar Collision Repair Center, 1100 Northeast Lafayette in McMinnville. There are times you simply need a friend, someone who will stop and listen to your needs. Macy & Sons have been serving families here since 1903, 5 generations of their family taking care of yours. Macy & Sons, in the business of helping people and meeting the individual needs of McMinnville area families, and will continue to do so in the future. So at the time when you need someone who cares, stands, and is there to help, Macy & Sons, serving 9 communities in Yamhill County.
It will be an arduous journey of epic proportions, venturing out into the great unknown, exposed to the rugged, unforgiving elements, struggling for survival when...
So, you're going car camping for the weekend. Here at Les Schwab, we can get you travel ready in no time. That's because every tire we sell comes with lifetime protection, including free pre-trip safety checks and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
I could hug you.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Second down and 8 for Canby, and a hard count got the Newberg Tigers to jump, I believe. Let's hope for Newberg's sake that there was a flinch on Canby.
Nope.
And it's going to be a free 5 yards to get them out of the shadow of their own goalposts. So it'll be, rather than second down and 8, will be second down and 3 for Canby. And I now have some scoring updates for you. We'll get to them as soon as I can. Let's see.
Taylor under center gives the ball to 43. No, did not make the first down, so it'll be third down and 2.
Jace Cates on the run. Gain of 2 brings up third down and a long 2 for the Canby Cougars. 11:40 left to go in the ball game and counting. Canby looking for a first down here. Newberg, an important stop on third. Under center is Taylor. Deep man in the backfield, hands off, and he's going to have a huge gain over the right-hand side. And that's great hop skip by number 5 there, Noah Kylo. I tell you what, that is some great individual effort by Kylo. Kylo looked like he was going to get hit in the backfield, did a little hop skip and then a cut, and had a huge gain all the way out to the 36-yard line. First down and 10. Got to give Kylo kudos for the effort on that run.
Yeah, and it wasn't quite a hurdle because hurdles in high school football are a penalty, but it was awfully close. Neat little, it was like he was doing the triple jump almost and running track, but did avoid a tackle by doing that little hop.
11 minutes left to go in the ball game, and perhaps the Newberg season. Under center is Taylor. Split backs in the backfield. Taylor. Ball's loose. Taylor collects it. Broken play over the middle, complete. Unbelievable. All the breaks going the Canby Cougars' way. In a million years, you can't tell me that was the design of the play. The quarterback ball popped straight up into the air over his head. He grabbed it out of the air and threw it a complete strike to Jace Cates downfield into Newberg territory. First down and 10 at the 42.
It's back-to-back plays of plus 20 yards. We had a 25-yard run and then a 20-yard pass completion.
One that was very skillful, one that was just flat out lucky. Under center is Taylor. I guess you make your own luck, though, too. Hand off to the first time we called his name shorter. Ball's on the ground. Newberg's pointing like they have it.
Well,
Let's
there's
see.
like 5 Newberg players there and shorter, so if Canby keeps this ball, it's great effort on shorter.
Where are they pointing? And it is Newberg ball. And I tell you what, the turnovers are starting to even up. I wish the score was first down and 10 Newberg at their own 40.
Yeah, 4-yard carry by Shorter. I think that's the first or second time we've called his name this half. 4-yard carry and a fumble. Great break for Newberg. Let's hope they have some time to take advantage of this.
First down and 10 Newberg at their own 40. Newberg trying to extend a very successful season into the second round of the playoffs here tonight. Have a lot of work ahead of them here in the fourth. Down by 4 scores. Oviatt under center. McCarthy the man in the backfield. 2 receivers on the near side. Oviatt looks down the field, looks down the right side, and DeLashment threw to the center of the field a little bit. DeLashment was running down the seam. Oviatt threw to the center, incomplete. Second down and 10.
And the obvious challenge that Newberg's going to have making this comeback with only 10 minutes left in the game down by 4 scores is that they are a grind the ball out running team. And actually have to come back throwing the ball and score quick is not in their makeup for their offense.
Indeed. Not a huge passing offense or quick strike offense for Newberg very often. Big plays and turnovers, the story of this ball game. Just in motion, Katz gets the pitch to the near side. Toffes comes around the end. Great close there, worked off the block. I thought Toffes was going to have the corner for a nice gain. Only gained 1, as I believe that was number 55, Cirilo Romero, who broke off the block and made a nice play in the backfield.
Yeah, Toffes did a good job trying to pick a hole, but Canby did a better job stringing it out, shrugging off blockers to make the play.
Oviatt under center, McCarthy in the backfield. Oviatt barks out the signals. Toffes in motion. Fakes the handoff to Oviatt, or fakes the handoff to McCarthy, and is going to get decked in the backfield. There was no time there that time for Oviatt as he clutched, moved, clutched, went down for a big loss, big sack by Canby. Going to bring up a huge, was that 4th down?
Yeah, that's 4th down, and normally, I mean, maybe you do go for it here, having nothing else to play for, but 4th and 8 sure would be better than 4th and 20. They have to punt at 4th and 20.
4th and 18 here, and DeLashman back to punt. The receiver, that Belmore is at the 30 to receive this punt. Collected by DeLashman. DeLashman's going to fake, and he's going to run for it. Let's see if he has it. DeLashman on the spin, and he's not going to get it. He's short at the 40, but why not? It was very interesting. DeLashman got that ball and kind of waited to determine whether he was going to fake. Saw the whole left side of the defense, of the punt defense for Canby clear out. Thought he could make it around the corner. Needed 18, got 8. Turnover on downs. 1st down and 10. Canby inside Newberg territory at the 39.
Yeah, they sent the entire Newberg team to one side of the field to give DeLashman some space. Might have been nice to keep somebody back there for a pitch option if they just to prevent that situation that happened.
Taylor under center. Pitch out to the near side. I'll get a number for you as soon as I can. It's either Kylo.
It's Kylo.
It is Kylo. As Shorter fumbled on the last play, and Kylo has the opportunity this time. Pitch to the near side for a gain of about 4, maybe 5 for Kylo. Brings up 2nd down and 6 at the 35. Now is the time where Canby just wants to grind this thing out. 8:20 left to go here in the ball game. They'll take 3 yards or 4 yards in a cloud of dust every minute that they can into the second round.
I'll wait for the play.
Under center is Taylor. Taylor's going to get decked. The ball's on the ground. I believe Newberg fell on it. And a great penetration. Newberg seemed to know the snap count, and Newberg has the ball. That is, I'll tell you what, they got to Taylor before Taylor took a half a step away. Fumble, 1st down and 10 Newberg.
And that's actually more lost fumbles for Canby than it is for Newberg now. Of course, Newberg has the 2 interceptions also, so the turnover battle is 5-4 right now. We've had 9 turnovers in this game.
So now we're into the big plays making the difference. There's a 28-point difference, and the turnovers are just one difference. So lots of mistakes now for everybody. Oviatt looking back to pass, throws late and short as he's hit as he's thrown. Tried to get it out to DeLashman in the left flat. Oviatt was decked and is still down on the ground as he was hit as he threw that ball short to DeLashman, and Oviatt is helped up by his teammates and kind of hobbles his way back to the huddle. 8 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Newberg trails by 28.
He was helped up at kind of the last moment before he was forced to leave the game due to injury.
And Jack Kerwin comes in, and Anthony Adams, is that Anthony Adams? No. Mason Herring goes out. Under center is Oviatt. McCarthy in the backfield. Oviatt barks out the signals. Oviatt screen pass out there to Toffes. Toffes cuts inside to the 50. He's in Canby territory to the 46-yard line. 1st down and 10. Nice play that time for Newberg as there was a little flare out to Toffes, and he did the rest on his own.
That puts Oviatt at 100 yards passing for the night. Not sure how many 100-yard games he's had in the air, but that's one for tonight.
1st down and 10, Newberg, ball at the 46. 7:46 left to go in the ball game. Newberg needing to strike in a hurry here to get themselves any shot at it. Oviatt under center. McCarthy, the lone man in the backfield, a little bit behind a post. Fakes the handoff, gives the handoff to McCarthy, and McCarthy drags about 3 tacklers, was hit after a 2-yard gain, and 7 yards later has a 2nd down and 3 as Oviatt shows the strength he has in his legs, carrying 3 Canby linemen downfield.
Yeah, McCarthy is a strong running back, able to carry those defenders after initial contact. We do have a timeout on the field.
And I am unsure what the Canby coaching staff is upset about, leading by 28, but they're chipping at the officials as they walk out to talk to the huddle. We'll be back. They're taking a timeout here. If I can make my mouse work, we'll be back after this short timeout here.
U.S. Bank can help you get the home you want, whether you're a first-time buyer,
how are the restaurants,
a growing family,
how are the schools,
or an empty nester.
How's the fishing?
U.S. Bank offers a variety of home mortgage products for whatever stage of life you're in.
I love the dramatic staircase.
That's way too many stairs.
Apply today at any U.S. Bank branch, usbank.com/mortgage, or call toll-free 855-434-HOME. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank. Mortgage loans subject to credit approval. Interest rates and program terms are subject to change without notice. Mortgage loans offered through U.S. Bank National Association. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
When it comes to trucks, there are a lot of pretenders to the throne out there, but only one brand that's sitting firmly on top of it, and that's Ford. Hi, John Kirkandick here from Newberg Ford, and we've got a great selection of F-Series trucks on hand and can show you why. They've been number one in sales and number one in your hearts for 37 straight years. They're simply the best. And the best place to get one is from the experts at Newberg Ford. We know trucks, and we work harder for you.
Welcome back to Canby High School. Lay that interesting stat you got on us, Curtis.
Well, I was looking for the first 100-yard rusher of the game, and we've had multiple carries of 30 yards plus. There is not a 100-yard rusher yet in this game.
That is crazy. Under center is Oviatt. In the backfield to McCarthy. 3 receivers to the near side. Oviatt hands off up the middle of McCarthy. McCarthy has a first down and more, rolls inside to the 32-yard line, brings up first down and 10 for Newberg, and Newberg now into the hurry-up. Still alive if they strike and strike fast. Oviatt under center. McCarthy in the backfield. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. T.J. Tomlin, the coaches for Newberg, trying to get the first playoff win in more than 10 years for Newberg.
You know, McCarthy up the middle for 5 yards, 7 yards, 5 yards, 7 yards is great in the first quarter in a 1-score game, but in a 4-score game in the fourth quarter, 5 yards at a time just isn't going to get it done.
2nd down and 6 as McCarthy gained 4 on that play. Oviatt under center. Hand off to McCarthy. No, keeper by Oviatt around the left side. This will do well. Down the right sideline, down to the 5. Great fake that time by Oviatt up the middle to McCarthy. Pulled it out of his belly. Rolled around the left-hand side for a huge gain inside the 10. 1st and goal, Newberg.
A huge gain, and, you know, he was going for the touchdown, but stopping the clock, allowing them to set up a play.
1st down and goal at the 8 for Newberg. 6:27 left to go here in this ball game. Oviatt under center. Harden, the man in the backfield this time. Oviatt rolls left, fakes the jump pass, and then gets sacked late. Tell you what, there was 2 oncoming Canby rushers that time. Oviatt faked it, and both of them went flying by. Unfortunately, there was also a 3rd one waiting for him when he came down.
Yeah, interesting jump. And, you know, faked everybody out, but it's a good thing he did not throw that ball. There was no receiver open down the field, and we didn't want a fumble or an interception at that point in time.
2nd down and goal from the 12. Fakes the handoff, does Oviatt, cuts down, now reverses field, and can he gets away from
That's a horse collar.
Down to the 8-yard line. It was a horse collar. Maybe they didn't call the horse collar because Oviatt actually broke away from the tackle. 3rd down and goal from the 7.
Officials timeout for a shoe on the field.
Somebody's shoe. That is Topfest. Topfest has been playing the last 3 plays in a sock. Topfest gets his shoe on. 5:41 left to go here in the ball game. Canby 35, Newberg 7. Topfest is shoed again. So Topfest takes his position on the left wing. Clock starts.
Shoeless Andy.
Shoeless Andy. And under center is Oviatt again. McCarthy, the lone man in the backfield. 22. I'll figure out who that is in a minute. Over the middle.
Interception.
Picked off by Canby and returned out to the 10. I'll tell you what. That might, golly.
Yeah, that's ball game, brother. You can say it. And, we've had some turnovers deep in the red zone. We've had a couple of fumbles and a couple of interceptions when we were about to score. And when you look at all, because the turnover battle is about even, but when and where those turnovers happen, has absolutely just done Newberg in for the night.
Well, you hate to start to say things like this, but perhaps it's time to start to talk about what kind of a great season the Newberg Tigers have had. I think certainly when we started the year as poorly as we did, have exceeded the expectations, and we have a run up the middle for a nice gain of about 9 for Canby. We bring up 2nd down and 1 at the 18. We'll end the year probably here tonight, 5-5 overall. First playoff appearance since 2008. Couldn't quite get the first round done. Looks like Canby's going to move on and face off against either Sprague or, who is Sprague playing today?
Beaverton.
Either Sprague or Beaverton.
That last run was by Huggins up the middle, sophomore in, getting some time here at the end of the game. 9-yard pickup for Huggins.
4:40 left to go.
Huggins
Hand up
again.
Up the middle, Huggins, and this time he's going to be stacked short, I believe, for no gain. Up 3rd down and 1 for Canby, and they don't really care about down and distance at this point. They just want to have the clock run. Wouldn't surprise me if Canby's going to start to wait for the back judge to raise his hand.
I was just going to say, actually, on their last possession, I was surprised they were still hiking the ball so early in the play clock. There is no play clock here, but you can wait, like you said, until the official gives signal. But they're hiking the ball in the regular pace. Huggins again.
Huggins up the middle is going to have a 1st down, and I didn't notice this, but there's a new quarterback as well, sophomore Nico Telachi. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. It's Nicotellach. It's either Telachi or Telake. So anyway, I'm going to call him Telachi because I like it. Sounds better. Rolls off the tongue. Telachi under center that time. Under 4 minutes left to go here in the ball game.
And that could explain why they are running their normal offensive timing with the backup players trying to get some feel for the game.
Telachi under center goes to the sweep to number
24 again.
24 out of
Huggins.
bounds is Huggins. And Nick Huggins also a sophomore. So sophomore to sophomore here getting some playoff action are the Canby Cougars. Gain of about 2 will bring up 2nd down and 8 for Canby. And that play did go out of bounds, so it stops the clock with 3:37 left to go here in the ball game.
So back to your comments earlier, Newberg started the year a little slow, making some mental errors, some simple mistakes, and we've seen them come a long ways as this year progressed.
Really very, very solid, good season for the Newberg Tigers. Going to be a tough loss to take tonight, but we can be proud of these Tigers. They've worked hard all season. They've really overcome some mistakes early to finish out the year very strong.
And even with this loss tonight, they are still finishing the season with a 500 record. So I think that exceeds most people's expectations at the beginning of the year, at least most of the fans' expectations. I'm sure the players and coaches had higher goals, but we consider the year successful.
3:37 left to go. Telachi hands off to Huggins. Huggins going to be short of the 1st down at the 29. We'll bring up 3rd down and about 1 for Canby. So bringing in the play from the sideline for the Cougars, number 82. And I don't even have an 82 on my roster. Telachi under center, I formation. Huggins the deep man in the I. 3 minutes left to go in the ballgame. Congratulations to the Canby Cougars, who are going to make it into the 2nd round of the playoffs again. 1st down as Huggins drove forward for a gain of about 4. 1st down at the 32. Canby the last 3 years have made it into the 2nd round of the playoffs and lost in the 2nd round of the playoffs every year. So looking to reverse that trend next week. But for Canby, there will be a next week.
There will be a next week. And with any, as far as my daughter's concerned, with any luck, Sprague will be their opponent, and they will lose again in the 2nd round. My daughter attending Sprague will be obviously rooting for Sprague against Canby next week if Sprague holds on to win against Newberg. And there's a couple helmets on the ground.
Telachi, the handoff, I believe, to Jorgensen on the slot.
And helmets go flying.
And helmets do go flying. Nobody's throwing them. They just went knocked off.
Jorgensen and Conrad's. I looked at the ground and there's like helmets rolling all over the ground. And so they did have a hold of each other's face masks, Conrad being the one that gets flagged with the penalty.
So it will be a first down and 10 for Newberg, or for Canby. And I do want to correct you. It will be. You mentioned Sprague. It'll be either Sprague or Beaverton. You said Sprague or Newberg last.
Oh yeah, sorry. Now Beaverton.
No, no worries. First down and 10. Canby at the 42. Clock is running. 2:22 left to go here in the ball game. Talachi under center. Deep in the backfield, they're sideways. I can't see a number. Hands off to the deep back. No, hold by kept it by Talachi. Talachi runs around the red to the 50. He's inside the 40 to the 38, and clock is running. Nice play that time by Talachi. Faked the handoff to the end, going around the right hand side, and has a nice first down.
And the fake was to Will Ash. First time we've called his name tonight. Listed on our roster as a defensive end, defensive back, but in as the running back on that play, and still in at running back.
Now under 2 minutes left to go here. Canby not changing any as far as the speed. You can go either way. Handoff up the middle. You can go either way on whether that's just trying to get the young guys in, or
brother. They just handed off to a freshman fullback. Let him play.
Second down and 9.
Zach Larson in on that 1 yard carry.
For Canby.
Got to be thrilled a freshman in playing a varsity playoff game.
Absolutely. 1:20 left to go in the ball game. The Newberg fans, every single one of the Newberg fans still in their seats, congratulating and cheering on their boys. Handoff up the middle to 12 this time. Will Ash, the junior.
And I've just run out of space on my sheet for running backs.
Is Ash a new one? And in comes more new ones. 31, Zane Rise, the sophomore. If they hand off to him, you're going to have to turn your page over.
I'm already writing them backwards on one end. So, yeah, they're letting everybody get in on this.
48 seconds left to go here in this ball game and in Newberg season. Want to give Newberg big congratulations. And that was a handoff to Zane Rise. Stumbled forward for a gain of about 1. Brings up 4th down and 9. And I believe that's going to do it. I don't think Canby's going to snap the ball again here. 25 seconds left to go. Congratulations to the Canby Cougars. They've put on a great show here tonight for their fans. And congratulations on a great season to the Newberg Tigers. Been a pleasure calling the Newberg games all season. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, and that'll do it. So the Canby Cougars have beat your Newberg Tigers in the first round of the playoffs. They'll be heading either to Sprague or Beaverton. And for your Newberg Tigers, a bus ride home with a great season under their belts. Congratulations to all teams tonight. You've been listening to OSAA Playoff Action. We'll be back after this short timeout.
High school sports is brought to you by Davison Auto Parts in McMinnville. High school athletes strive to be the best they can be, and so does Davison Auto Parts. Davison Auto Parts, 1717 North Baker Street in McMinnville, takes pride in providing customers with the best quality parts and personal service. As a Napa Auto Parts dealer, Davison Auto Parts has fast access to an inventory of more than 400,000 parts. Davison Auto Parts, Baker Street, McMinnville, a trusted partner in keeping your vehicle safe on the road.
Thank you so much for listening to OSAA Playoff Action, brought to you by the OSAA. Catch all the action from OSAA state champions at OSAA TV. OSAA TV is the home to all live and on-demand video coverage of the OSAA state championships. Watch this year's events and relive your favorite moments from the past at OSAATV.com. You can even purchase DVD copies. Check out OSAA TV today. And by Les Schwab at Les Schwab Tires. They guarantee their service like they guarantee their tires. Backed at more than 400 stores throughout the West. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952. Also by U.S. Bank. Earn rewards, exclusive discounts, and preferred rates with U.S. Bank package. Choose a silver, gold, or platinum checking and create a package for the features that are right for you. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. Want to thank our year-long sponsors here on the Oregon Pulse Network and KLYC for Newberg football, Davison Auto Parts, Les Schwab, J&W CarStar, Macy & Sons, and Newberg Ford. For Curtis Fisher, this is Troy. Thank you so much for listening, and congratulations to the Canby Cougars, and way to go Newberg Tigers on a successful season. Good night, and be well.
The Oregon School Activities Association thanks you for listening to this OSAA US Bank Les Schwab Tires State Championship event. Les Schwab Tires celebrating more than 55 years of pride in performance. US Bank proud to celebrate its 28th year of supporting OSAA state championships. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of an OSAA state championship event.